Pivot Socks. Appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, share this podcast. Appreciate everybody who bought some Pivot Socks. They sent me a message, said they had a few purchases this week. GetPivot.com. That's GetPivot.com. Promo code Sneak This Podcast. Like I said, man, get you some socks. Support the show. Everyone's always asking me how to support the show. A pair of socks contribute to an episode of the show, man. So if you got a little time, you little extra money, check out the website. Buy a pair of socks. All right. You guys ready to podcast, fam? What kind
Ready
of
to
go.
This is the Mercury Mets.
Who was that?
They did a turn forward the clock promotion. Turn back? No, yeah. Turn forward the clock promotion in like 99, and they came with the Mercury Mets. The Mets played on Mercury.
Oh.
They had jerseys that were also interesting, but it's sick. I need it. It's Mets history.
Oh,
B.
I don't know any Mets history besides Darryl Strawberry. That's all.
All
Mets history I know.
86 World Series. Man.
That's it.
And 69.
Oh, yeah, I went alive, though. 86, I mean, I was, but I was a baby. I know Subway Series, Piazza, and all them. I love that. That was a good time in baseball.
It was.
Yo, Stick This Podcast, episode 292, I think. George, Greg, Andy, Rico back in the building.
Yo, let's go.
Somebody messaged me and was like, "You're gonna talk about Suns?" No. We ignored the whole thing. Yes.
I'd be fine with that.
Catch me like, are you talking about Nike? No, we're not going to talk about Nike. No, we decide we just go bypass. Act like it didn't happen. We're doing top 10 arcade games to us, right?
Let's go.
To us.
Now, I did make my list. Now, I do feel like all of us should have at least 4 or 5.
Correct.
To me.
I think so.
All right.
Talking about the same arcade game?
Yeah.
That's probably about right.
Order, I don't know, but now there's one, though.
Rico and Andy grew up in a different era than I did, though. So.
But I still played the vintage ones.
didn't-
Yeah, we're not going to have Pong on our list.
Neither do I. I don't got Pac-Man, Pong, none of that stuff.
Wait, what?
This is trash.
Oh, yeah, your list already trashed then.
No, the top 10 is not top 10 nostalgia for all people. It's top 10 nostalgia for yourself. Pac-Man is not a top 10 game to me for me to play.
I don't have Pac-Man on my list either.
Thank you. Well, why'd you say then?
What are you... hold on.
Pac-Man is not a top 10
Now-
game to me. Now, if you said top 10 iconic
No, I said
games of all
top 10
time,
arcade games.
yes, to me, to him.
You
Yes.
love iconic.
I'm sorry. Wait. Okay, you know what? I guess now,
We'll save it for
I say
the-
what, now 3, 4 we all should have on our list? 3?
Is that a top 10 game that you want to go back and play?
Pac-Man?
Well,
When I walk in the arcade, I still play it.
I want to play
yeah,
Pac-Man.
now that's, hold on.
Yeah,
Whoa.
tripping.
Now, see, that's
All
where,
the arcade
that's
games
where,
that were
made my
out,
list,
and you
but-
want to...
That's reasoning. That's where reasoning comes in on my list. All right. I'm not going to sit there and say Pac-Man's better than NBA Jam or nothing like that, but
There's a lot of factors.
there's a lot of factors
There's a lot
of
that goes
Pac-Man
into
being
it.
a top
Yeah,
tier arcade game.
if you're making a list for like all the public to agree on a list, yes.
Okay, but I'm
That's not the list I made. I made the top 10 games to me.
okay.
I'm in top 10 games to me throughout my life that I would still play today
Yeah.
if I walked in an
Pac-Man-
arcade.
Pac-Man.
I really should.
Not even close. Pac-Man might
Maybe
not even
I'll-
be in top 50.
How can you think of 50 better arcade games than Pac-Man? We're talking about arcade.
You're an insane
Damn,
All right.
Now, if you say
No,
not Miss
different
no
era
Miss
than you did.
Pac-Man,
What are you talking about?
aight, same
We
thing.
actually went to arcades when we were kids. Like, we used to go to Vegas. Parents would just drop you off in Treasure Island arcade when you were a kid. What are you talking
Man,
about?
Vegas at the house, $10 at Wonderland. Every arcade was free. Like it didn't even.
No, the point I'm making
Oh.
is there's arcades in everybody's neighborhood. The point I'm making is even when you travel somewhere, that's what kids do in my era. They just take you to arcade. That's it. Like even if you go to like
Not me.
Golfland or whatever you play mini golf,
yeah.
you just go to the arcade. You don't go play mini golf.
That's what I should
all.
have. That's how I should have did the list. Like based on
Contrary.
like I just walked into an arcade. Which game am I going to first? I should have been number one.
Pac-Man.
That's how I should have.
I start with
I
vintage
didn't-
ones, I move on to the other ones, and I still go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like after a while, when I used to go to arcade, it was called Wonderland. Me and Willis, he come to Oregon.
Fun Time
We'd
USA.
pay $10, I think, for the day, $20, and every arcade machine was just free open. Like, and then you would obviously the big ones at the time you play those, but them would be a little bit more crowded than others. You put your quarters on the thing, but then you go play like a Ice Bros, and Bobble and Mario.
Ice
Even
Climbers.
Mario 1 was arcade. Like you would play those things. Now, I don't know if I would put my quarters in them because we already paid the money, so it was free. So I don't know about that. But I will say, when I made this list, I had a hard time thinking off top of some.
I thought of too many off top.
I
issue.
thought about too many off top, but I didn't know how I really felt about them. Like, I was like, oh, Daytona USA.
Number 1 and number 2
I played it.
is there's no debate on number 1 and number 2. Period.
I don't know. You don't have.
I don't know what you got, man.
Period.
Yeah, I have
no
no
debate.
idea.
Because if you got something like, I don't know.
No,
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
We'll
There's no debate.
But I'm gonna tell you this: both of you not having Pac-Man is insane. 10,
Pac-Man's not a top
5,
game.
1, I wouldn't even matter.
If you said it was iconic top 50 games, then yeah, it's a different list. You say make a top 10 list, I'm assuming it's to me that I want to play games.
I'm assuming
Pac-Man is not a game I want to play. It's boring.
When they re-released it at Walmart, it sold out.
what does that got
Boring.
to do with anything?
People still want to play.
I think you
Hypebeast.
missed
I said I don't want to play. I got nothing to do with nobody else. I don't. Pac-Man is boring.
Wait now.
Boring.
Okay, but
Did you
like
put Donkey Kong on your list? Donkey Kong, boring.
heck no, I don't got Donkey Kong.
You had Donkey Kong on your list.
No, Donkey Kong's
you
whack.
go.
You had Pac-Man on your list.
There you go.
Now I'm not mad at Donkey Kong, but I think
I probably shouldn't have
I'm
had
just
Donkey
asking
Kong
you.
on my list,
It's another
but-
boring game.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Where did I put it?
Like, now, if you walk into an arcade with, like, hundreds of games, okay, I ain't zooming to Pac-Man. But, like, remember
You're not
old
going to Pac-Man in the top 50 games.
Mikhail's always had the
Yeah.
Pac-Man. You're going to play some Pac-Man.
So you talking about a place with one machine?
No, because here's the thing. Like you were saying, like growing up, we went to like GameWorks or wherever here.
Yeah.
They always had the vintage ones up top.
Always up top.
And they had the
Always
all the
up
big
top,
ones
all
down
the
there, but
giant
those were always pretty crowded. So
Yeah.
like you get wait in line, go do that, and you're like, I don't want to wait. Let me go hit the vintage ones for a bit and go play those.
I remember one time I went to a vintage one at GameWorks, and me and my brother beat it. We were like, what the heck? Like, we beat it. That's how easy it was. I didn't remember what it was. We just beat the game, and I was like, I don't think I ever beat an arcade machine before. Like, I don't know what it
Got
was.
a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
The
we
only
didn't.
The only games that were, for the most part, that were well, I'm not going to say the names because they're on the list, but the games that are beatable are the fighting games. You can beat the fighting games.
Some of them was hard.
The other ones, you got to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, unless you have that deal where
Ain't
it's
nobody
like,
beating Outrun USA, fam. You lose at like the second level.
Them games was hard. Racing games was hard. Now,
well, you know what? Because all those Nintendo games and that transfer to arcades and stuff, they're supposed to be hard because they want you to spend your money.
yeah.
Gauntlet was impossible. Nobody
Yeah.
beating Gauntlet. Impossible. Impossible.
I mean, if you have $50,
but I know
Oh, Gauntlet's fire.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not on my list,
Spend a lot
but
of money.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
see, y'all from a different era.
I'm thinking of Golden Axe too.
It's impossible to beat.
Oh,
It's impossible.
If you play with two people, it was.
You spend enough money. You can
Yeah, you
beat,
spend
you
money.
Double Dragon you could beat, but you still got to spend a little bit of money.
Streets of Rage you could beat. Not Streets of Rage, Streets, I think is what it's called.
Streets of Rage?
Maybe Streets of Rage is arcade.
Streets
right?
of Rage was
One
a
of them
game,
arcade.
but it
games.
wasn't
Sega
on
Genesis.
Sega. Yeah, it wasn't on.
It was arcade.
I didn't put
I
it.
don't think so.
Yeah,
You
it
did
was.
Double Dragon.
No, it was.
No,
Double Dragon.
it might have been, or like River City Ransom or something like that. I didn't put games on the list if they have better home ports.
well, see,
So
my thing
Ninja
is,
Turtles not on my list because
What-
the one on Super Nintendo is better than the
Now, hold
arcade.
on. The
Don't
Super
do this.
Nintendo one was mad fire.
Oh, that's better.
But
than
mean,
that.
you
don't
do that with
even
every
just
game
don't,
now.
hold on. Don't
No,
even disrespect the Nintendo Ninja Turtles
hold on
arcade
a second.
game.
Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter had way better versions on consoles. That doesn't mean you eliminate them from the list.
Yeah.
One, yes. The other one, no.
Both of them did. Yes, they did.
Well, it depends on which one you're talking about.
well, see, the way I did it is if I think of a game, if
Every
you say,
video game is advanced in
Yeah.
in technology.
No, you can't look at it that way. I had to stop.
Huh?
I couldn't look at like.
If
I
you
had
played
to look.
Uncharted in 1989
Hold on,
and then
hold
play
on.
now,
I
it's gonna
know
be
that.
completely different.
I know that. But everyone on my list, I'd still play to this day.
Yeah.
Yes,
Not
yes,
even
absolutely. Except for, like,
debate.
one or two.
The debate is he said he eliminated stuff if it was whacker, but then made decisions on what was in and what was out. You either fully believe in that or you don't believe in it at all. You can't be halfway in and halfway out.
see the way,
Wait, what? What does that mean?
okay,
What do you
the
mean?
way I
You
did, if
said
I
you
think,
eliminated some for that reason, but not others.
No, I was saying if I feel that the home port is better than
Right.
the arcade, then I eliminated it.
Right, but you're going to have some on there that the home game is better than the arcade game.
No, I'm not. That's the whole point.
I guarantee you are. We'll see. I
okay,
guarantee
so the way I did, if I look at a game, I see it. We'll just put NBA Jam in there. If I think of NBA Jam, obviously you could play it at home on Super Nintendo. Or what do you think of it as? A fucking arcade game. Some of these I think of playing on Nintendo because, like, obviously Mario was an arcade game, but it was also on Nintendo. When I think of Mario,
I know you're sure with Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think of Mario as a Nintendo game. I don't think of it as arcade game. Now I grew up older than you guys, so I had Nintendo growing up, but I still played arcade games too. But like Mario to me is a Nintendo game.
Yeah. That's how I view it.
Original arcade games is Atari stuff, and then it goes from there.
Because when I saw Super Mario on arcade, I thought they made it after Nintendo.
Yeah, I have no idea.
They did it.
Yeah.
And then I saw Bubble Bobble. I don't know if you know what that is. Bubble Bobble, I only played it on Nintendo. I saw an arcade machine. I was like, what the heck? Like, I thought they were like, oh, it's so good on Nintendo, let's make an arcade. But I guess that wouldn't even really make any sense.
It was the reverse.
Yeah,
so good arcade. Bring the arcade to you, fam.
It's a hard list. I don't know what George got on his list. I'm pretty confident 3 of yours are all the same genre. 3 of yours are all probably 6 of yours, 3 and 3.
I tried to do that too. I tried to do different.
On my list was at
stuff.
The time when I was growing up. But like it wasn't like Pac-Man came out when I was like 6 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that game was the generation before me.
You got Wild Gunman on your list?
That's a Nintendo game to me.
Is that the one with the on the top of the?
There
was an arcade game.
Yeah,
I did a split with 3 games because it's hard to pick which shooter one was the best. There's 3 that were iconic from my childhood.
I'm interested to hear.
Man, if you don't stop with this, everyone's done a split before. Every time you get
Your
out of
split
shape,
I almost did.
No,
everybody
changed my
3
mind.
shooter games.
Damn. When we did top 10,
You can pick the picture to put on the screen. How about that?
I went back. I always do because I was like, I can't fit no more on the screen.
Right.
When you did top 10,
You literally
when you
done
did top
splits
10,
yourself.
I went back and I just like, let me just go look at this.
No, you didn't.
You did top 10. We did top 10 perfect sneakers.
You making this
You
up.
did 9.6, 9.7.
7, 9.8. Yeah, you're right.
You did like 5 sneakers. That was a tie.
Figure
And
skating.
then like 3. All right, let's do pickups. Anybody got any pickups? Anybody got any pickups? Anything?
I got an unboxing, so I'll
What
go
you got,
last.
fam? I got no pickups. Y'all got pickups?
I got What the Mosh and
That came.
what's the other one? No, it hasn't come yet. And
What the Kai?
Nike by You Air Max 1. That
Oh,
still
yeah, that's
hasn't
right, you
come
did
yet.
say that.
Everyone's getting theirs, but mine hasn't
Wait,
come
hold
yet.
on. You said Severance. Is Severance like certain colors?
Oh, speaking of Severance, you're way wrong about that show.
Oh,
Way
bullshit.
wrong.
There's no way. No,
Way
it's
wrong.
the second best television show I've ever seen in my entire
You're an
life.
insane
Point
person.
blank.
Ever is a strong
period.
word.
You're an insane person.
We got to be careful with them
Absolutely
evers.
not. I'm still
I went back
thinking
and watched
about
myself.
this
I
show.
say ever
This
too
show,
much.
I have so many thoughts in my head about this show. I could literally talk about this show.
Character in the show that makes you care about the show. Not one. Now it's intriguing. The concept is
ate the mic.
intriguing.
Fam.
That's it. There's
No,
not a single
absolutely
character
not.
in the show that
I care
has
about
a redeeming
everybody.
quality.
I want to
You're
know about
wacko.
everybody.
That's
We don't
why.
get enough information
You're
on enough
wacko.
people on the show that keeps the intrigue in there. I want to know
of
what
the-
happened to Man's wife. I want to know what happened to him. I want to know what happened to John Turturro's character. I want to know what happened to Cole Bell. I want to know what happened to everybody.
hold on.
I want to know what happened to
Wait,
everybody.
wait,
I want to
hold
know
on.
what's going on here. I want to know what they're actually doing at Lumen. I want to know everything.
wait,
Fam,
wait,
I can't
hold on,
talk
hold
enough
on,
about this.
hold on.
This show is magnificent.
wait.
It
Two
is
good characters.
premier television.
There are
Erie.
two good
I want to know what
characters in the
Helly's
show.
deal is.
Hold on.
I want to know. I want to know
Hold
what
on.
everybody's deal is.
Hold on.
It's
You just-
unbelievable.
wait.
It is masterful.
Watching a one season of a
Not
show,
even
and you
close.
got that many questions. Did they answer any of them? Because I cannot watch a show like that. I hate shows that keep building these questions, and it's a mystery. I cannot watch a show like that.
There's not a single character in the show that has a redeeming quality that makes you care what happens to them.
I'll watch it because you're the
you
only
should
person.
watch it.
You're the only person that's
You have no heart.
No,
then.
I didn't say
like
it
you
was-
have.
okay,
you
number
don't
one,
care about anything.
Number
then.
one, I didn't say it was.
Like I don't. I mean,
George.
that's probably right. But
I didn't say it was
like
bad.
I don't.
He said it's the best show of all time.
Second.
This is the second
No,
best show.
he just
I've
said that now. Before, originally, it was the best show this year, and then
It's the best
everything's
show this
changed.
year. It's
No,
the
not
best
even
show
close.
of this
It's not
year,
better
yes.
than the Wire part redo or whatever. It's not better than.
It is the best television
Peacemaker.
series I
It's
will
not
see
better
this
than,
year. Yes.
There's a handful of shows that
It is
are
the
way
best
better.
television
But that's a shame.
that I will. It's the best television that I
There's
have
not a
watched
single
this year.
character
Will
in
watch
that show
this year.
that makes you care about the show. The best characters in the show
I care
are
about
bit
every
parts.
human.
John Turturro, because he's a fantastic actor, and other funny man in the office, the one that always does the little bit comedian parts. And what's the movie he was
Steve
in where
Carell?
he was the
Steve Carell.
he
I
was
know you're talking about Dylan.
he was the dude that was
bigger
in
dude.
Funny People, I think.
Oh, you
Yeah,
talk about
Adam
no.
McKay?
No, not Adam McKay. He's
I don't know. I've
He's
never
the
seen
lead.
the show.
Yeah, I only know two characters.
Adam,
in the show.
There's a movie about or a show about a comedian or
Arquette.
something, and he's like the guy who books the comedian in the show, and he has like all these funny little bit parts.
Christopher Walken's in
Somebody
it. He's
you'll
fantastic.
recognize him, but it's not a name you'll know.
Wait,
John Turturro and him. That's it. No,
I care about
no one
everybody.
else in
I
the
never
show
cared more
has
about a show
gives you a reason
since
to care
Breaking
about
Bad.
them.
Hold on. What is that?
Oh,
Altruist.
Ozark,
Is it debate
the
one?
new season.
Okay, I
Better.
want to see that. Hold on.
What?
I go down the
No.
list.
Can we talk about the
Go down
ending
the
of
list.
No?
Wait,
Do we want
wait,
to
then-
talk about
wait.
the ending of Ozark?
I haven't watched it yet.
Damn.
Hold on.
Damn.
Do not ruin that.
Severance is intriguing.
Wait,
That's
no.
it.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Wait. Now,
That's it.
I know you don't have anything bad to say. I'm not talking about it because Andy hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I refuse
I've only seen the
to
first
ruin,
half.
Don't even ruin Ozark. But you can't say it was bad. Now, if you may feel about a specific episode, and I know what you're talking about, okay. But bad? Now, it had no business being split in two parts.
No.
It should have
Correct.
kept going. Because when it kept
Absolutely.
going, you wouldn't have much of opinion on it if it kept going. That's how I'll put it. But hold on real quick. I do want to give a shout out to the homie Paul in his YouTube series, Kicks and Losers. Now, he asked me to watch it, okay? He asked me to watch it and review it. Now, Rico texted me. I don't know if you guys watched any of
Oh, that thing you sent, I didn't watch.
I saw the pilot.
Okay.
And-
now, I don't know if I want you to say.
No, I mean,
Look, here's the thing with the show, okay? And we're going to talk about this when it comes to sneakers and culture and all this type of stuff. I don't think you can make a sneaker show. Now,
Cannot.
here's the best part about the show. It's not about sneakers. Sneakers are in it. It's not like YouTube, not like Netflix sneakerhead show. It was like they were in an alternate universe about sneakers only.
Yeah.
So this one is like a drama or whatever you want to call it, a drama, comedy, whatever. And there's like, they got fly sneakers on. There's like, they're sitting on the porch. It's like one episode they're sitting on the porch and like all the Nike boxes that got delivered are stacked behind them. But they're not like making it. And he's a sneaker customizer, but like it's only little bits and pieces. So that's the best part about
That's
it.
probably the best way to do it.
That's the best way to do it.
which is something I didn't know until there was like 20 seconds left in the episode. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what he. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So that's the best part about it. Dialogue, it's a little rough. And the scene cuts. Now, you haven't got to the episode yet. I watched episode 5. It doesn't know how, and shout out to, he's the director of it. He made it. Nice Kicks and them made it together. I don't know. Mosh is the executive producer.
Nice Kicks has something to do with it. Yeah,
Is it like a YouTube series or?
Yeah, it's a YouTube
Okay.
series. Now, they're only like 8
they're
minute,
like yeah,
8-minute episodes.
Yeah.
10 minutes. Yeah.
The only bad part I don't like about it is it doesn't know how to like cut the scenes correctly. Like it's like, man, really like emotional scene. Like sister, I forgot her. She has cancer. They're at chemo.
Yeah,
and then it
yeah.
goes to this guy who's like the comedian part of the show, and he's like, "Oh, ladies," it just jumps like that. Other than that,
What are they doing? Star wipes or like?
like no, it just jumps from it. They're like emotionally about to start crying in the hospital. Then it's like to this guy at the swimming pool with these 2 ladies who are like
It's tonally,
Jehovah's
like-
Witnesses,
yeah,
or whatever.
Like
I don't
Mormons
understand that
or
part.
something.
I don't get
Yeah.
it. It's fine. You know, it's not as bad as Sneakerheads. I'll tell you that.
No,
it's
not even
interesting,
close.
You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is. I haven't got through the entire thing yet. It is what it is. Shout out to him. It was shot very well. Like in the audio, it has 3D audio, whatever.
The audio's good.
The
Yeah.
audio is phenomenal if you got the right
Did
headphones.
they have enough key grips and?
Yeah, I mean, they got
Possibly.
something. It's in
It
4K.
seems-
It's in high 4K, 8K.
Yeah.
You know, we got to ask George about the key grip, so I don't know.
I know nothing.
But they got them.
That's just the only position I
But-
can think of when I seen that picture.
Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to
Everyone
Mosh.
knows what a sound man does.
Now, hold on. I need Andy to open these.
Okay,
because these are. I
Before
don't know if
these,
they're right yet.
my other 2 pickups, only 3 pickups for the year. This is one of them. I got the Treeline Air Max 1s. Shout out to Los for getting me a pair. He's sending them, so I haven't got them yet. And then I got... Oh, Jay sold me a pair from his stash at my house for retail. So shout out to Jay. The UNC to Chicago ones, the women's ones. So shout out to Jay for
hates
retail.
those.
Good.
Those are fire.
And then...
Oh, that's the shiny one?
No.
No, the other one.
Oh, no, I don't hate it. I just don't think it's as, like, it's like Severance. Y'all
Nintendo
blow it up way
Switch.
too much. It's the Severance of sneakers.
It's
I don't want to see it.
And then these are the Bait Ultra Boost
Severance
Attack on
doesn't suck.
Titan.
It's not the best
it's
show of all time.
unbelievable. It's
No, it's not.
it is.
This is fire.
Everyone here will watch it and disagree with you.
Nah, it's
Now,
Yes, they will.
let me ask you a question. Can you own something like this and not know a single thing about it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I'm just asking.
The only thing, I mean, the
I'm
reason
asking
why I
'cause you
really...
know how sneakerheads are.
Yeah, the reason why I really like these is because it's not obvious of what it is. And that's why you can wear it, because you could just put that on as an Ultra Boost, and it doesn't have like the characters on it or.
Well, I mean, it does look like
That materials.
But if you look at how it's like indented, right there.
Yeah.
See, this is why I like this, because people Ultra Boost people didn't really like stretch the limits of Ultra Boost for a long time. Once Ultra Boost kind of faded away, then people started like different colors, split colors, prints, things like that. Color the boost. I remember when we was first buying Ultra Boost, we were like, "Yo, they gonna ever do black Ultra Boost? They gonna do blue, green?" Now there's so many Ultra Boosts that's colored.
Is it an anime show or what?
Yeah,
It is.
Attack on Titan.
It's on Netflix.
Dude, the details on the boost. Now I'm not like, oh, look the details, but the like accents around the things is fire.
Yeah. So
these is fire.
go ahead and
Every
take
time I
that-
see these are fire.
Take that insole out. So the actual shoe's modeled off like the Titans, quote unquote, and the insole shows the Titan in there.
It's like a man.
Derrick Henry. That's
Yeah,
what
they're
it looks
like giant.
Derek Henry.
So the shoe's based on those.
and this is the one I started watching on Netflix.
That man
I was
right
like,
there will run for 4,000 yards. Huh?
Yeah, because he's like,
Man, look at that.
200 stories tall.
Yeah, somebody was
lit,
telling me about
man.
this at work. These to me are fire. Now the prices, last time I looked, were pretty high. They were $325.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
For real?
I don't know what they are now.
Because I know I asked y'all to put in the raffle.
flipped, yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
end up getting it? Or?
I didn't even win it, so
Oh,
Oh, you
should-
didn't? I did.
You should have flipped it, man.
No, I forgot.
I didn't win it. So
Because I saw beforehand
Yeah, I
they were
was
up in the
broke that week.
300s.
I thought they would sit. I was like,
Yeah, I thought they would sit, too.
I like these. These joints
I think
fire
bait
to me.
collabs
But
usually
I don't know where my
sit.
burgundy ones. So
Well, that's the thing. I never bought burgundy ones because I had so many ASU shoes.
Oh, they're not for me. I'm good. They're not for me.
Look at them. I don't know what this material is. It's like super
They're
rough.
not for me.
That's why.
them joints is tight. I like them joints.
And when I wear these, I'm probably going to take the insoles out and put another one in there so they don't get like.
Oh, you haven't
I
worn
don't
these
think
yet?
the insole is
no.
good.
You've had them for a while.
Nah, they took forever to ship.
Oh, really?
I've only had them like 2
Bait
weeks.
takes
Which bait they send it from?
Canada?
Oh, from Canada?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
they sent it from San Francisco.
Nope.
Oh, them joints is
No,
fine.
the original one is in L.A.
Sorry, Maple Leafs.
Alhambra or something. And then I think their second store was Seattle, maybe.
Wait, do you have an iPhone now? Oh, you've been had one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, green.
My bubble's
Green
big blue,
bubbles.
fam.
You influenced them.
I forgot. Well, you got two cell phones now?
No, this is a work phone. I had a work thing, so I had to like
Okay.
take care of that.
Kevin
CEO
Gates
now?
over here.
Kevin Gates.
Don't stop.
Okay, yeah, CEO. No, vice
I
president.
mean, play yourself whatever you want.
Go
Might as
on
well
some
be.
shit.
Nobody's going to fact check you.
That's real. George, no
About
pickups.
to have Simple Creamy at LLC.
They should have gave you. They should have gave you. They should have had a
CEO.
different box though.
Two
Too.
That's what I was kind of mad about.
all of them.
Like if you
CFO
if you do a Japanese animation themed
Yeah.
sneaker, the box has to be fire.
And that's the thing, because so Bait did a collab last year, an anime one. It was just
One
like
Punch Man's.
Yeah, and Rico
Oh, that's
won
right.
that for
Yeah,
me.
you did get those,
And it was
that's right.
it was the regular blue box.
Oh yeah, I know.
And it's just like you have all this like
You be
creative
talking
stuff to
Adidas
do.
up, so you.
No.
I mean, that's what you
Hey,
got to
oh,
deal
no,
with
no.
right there.
Hey,
Yeah, you do.
Ruby. Hey, Ruby.
Tell them
Do
step
some
up.
better boxes, please.
I talk Adidas up in certain sense.
No.
Yeah, I do.
Overall.
I said
And
they
so
got.
you
I said
could-
they got the cool, but they don't know how to use it. You make a great shoe of a very popular animation, and you give a black box like that. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, when-
That
remember
joint
they
should
did
be glossy, colored.
It's nice to see you criticize Adidas.
I criticize Adidas all the time.
Remember when they did the Dragon Ball Z
you don't.
collab and all the boxes made a picture?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do.
Why?
remember.
Why? Why'd they just stop that crap?
That
Like,
was fire.
I forgot about those. Oh, was it going for anything?
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
knew
no, not
I
really.
had the orange.
Some of
I
that
was
shit
big
was
on
at
for a minute,
Ross.
then-
Some of the shoes
Really?
were at Ross. I copped a pair for like $30.
Yeah,
Celtics
them
up
joints are
11,
cheap.
by the way. I don't know if it's 12.
Really?
Dang.
With two people out?
3 people out. Oh, no, it was Williams playing.
Oh, I don't think
Robert Williams
he's
is
I didn't
playing, I
even
think.
look at the lineup or the roster.
George, releases, fam. You ready?
Let's do
No
it.
pickups? Nobody got tree lines?
No, I didn't even. I didn't wake up for them.
I got it.
And
It looked like they were easy to grab.
Yeah, it didn't seem hard.
still have pairs
I
of
just think
Banner
I don't
after a
care
while.
for the mesh on the toe box, but the shoes fire to me. Like
I've only tried for 2 things on sneakers recently. You know,
I tried
I couldn't even tell
for
you
all
what
the
they were.
dunks
Maybe
resellers.
I guess.
I tried for other people.
Ciders is the last thing I tried for.
What are they?
Ciders?
Oh yeah, I tried
the
for
Browns.
Ciders.
Yeah.
I haven't woken up because like that 7 a.m. is just too early.
7 a.m. 's a
I
lot.
can't. There's no way.
And it was a Saturday, and I was like,
old.
there's no way I'm waking
Yeah.
up for tree lines.
I'll
And
wake
then
up at
I saw Lowe's
8:58.
post that he got the wrong size on accident. It was 11. I was like,
Come through.
but he already got a pair for himself in his size too. So
I wonder what they going for.
I don't think
lines?
that much because I saw a lot of people won.
Yeah, I seen a lot of people win them. Plus, I think Banner had like a few left at the store or something like
Yeah,
that.
after the line went down, they had like
They had a line?
yeah, they had a line, but they had after the line went down, they had like sizes 8 like through 10.5, I think. But
What
by the time I seen it, it was too late.
Oh, they didn't have like a size 5.5 and a size
What
7.
shoe are y'all talking about? The green?
No. They had.
Air Max 1s that look like skunk colorway.
I think they got like a full size.
The one that just came out, forest green or whatever, and
Purple.
or pink?
Yeah.
I had
Saturday.
no idea that had a name.
Tree
I
line.
thought that was green.
Well, they've been teasing that one for like since
I'm dead serious.
teasing it for a
February.
while.
Everybody, you know, every sneaker got a nickname.
Nah,
Yep.
this one doesn't.
That's 4 sneakers. Which one are you talking about?
Well, I guess the
2 of them is St. John's.
the Air Force One.
St. John's 2.0,
Yeah, St.
3.0,
John's 2.0.
2.5.
You mean like 9.0?
I tried for this morning for my niece, but nope.
Guess that's it.
There's like nothing. I mean, you're about to say it. There's like nothing coming out, really.
Come out.
You want to say it since you said it already? St. John's 9.0 Dunk High. More up tempo, triple white.
For what?
No, you don't care.
There are a lot of those Air More tempos. A lot. They just came out with olive green ones a little while ago, and like some kid ones. Like there's a lot of those.
Oh my god, these suck.
And I can't remember the last time I seen somebody wear a pair.
Air Force One High sucks.
Oh, I saw those.
Hold on, let me see that.
Air Force
They're
One High
whack.
suck. It's like plastic.
Oh.
Material is like plastic. Or
Let me
something.
see.
Why would you even put that on
Thunder
sneakers?
blue.
There's
Pink,
there's
blue?
a Air Max 1 in this too, right?
Yeah.
Blue Pink Prime.
I think this tree line is there's like 3 of them, right? In that pack.
You
Because there's like that
saying,
pink.
What's on shoes?
Yeah,
you
that
would
pink
never
one.
wear.
That's
I
coming
kind
out
of
next
want that
week.
pink one. I think that pink one's nice.
Is that this week or
it
next
looks-
week?
It looks like
I
a
think it's this
WNBA
week.
All-Star Weekend sneaker. What? I gave it a name. WNBA All-Star Weekend.
Good lord.
This camera must be
Skirt,
too
skirt.
close. Head gigantic.
Yay.
Pause.
There ain't much. LeBron Palmer officially comes out on Nike, I guess.
Them just got a slash on gold, like half off, like
$35 off.
$35 off. Dude, everybody's
They're going straight to outlet.
Everybody been sending pics nonstop of those on shelves wherever they live that listen to this podcast.
Nike, well, that's where Nike messed up. They haven't even released yet, and they're already like $50.
Dude, they already got with Finish Line. They had the tag the on 169 on sale. Like they're on sale places already. Huh?
Shit, if those get to like 80 something,
I might
I'm
not
cop.
opposed to
Yeah.
owning them. I
That-
just ain't paying no 100.
Oh no,
200.
if they hit the outlets and it's 20% off,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Those I can't
sure.
believe those red chili 9s that came out.
Oh my, 200. Oh my god.
$200 for a 9?
Go wear 'em with that hat.
Okay, you think everything goes with hats. What else you got?
We won't know until you cop it and wear it. Blueprint, question low.
You know what that is.
More questions, so whatever.
Phillies? I don't know what that is. Man.
You scoffed at that, but on that Air Force One, you were like,
I had to take a closer look.
yeah, all right.
You had to sleep on it.
Yeah,
Air
I'm
Max
gonna think about
One,
it.
Is that a pink
light
one?
matter root. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
those.
that's like a pack. So it's tree line root, and
Oh, it's a
then
dunk too, right?
no, there's
Branch?
another third. There's a third one.
I thought it was a dunk that has like a
And
sun in the back.
Leaf?
Bruce took a promo pic for it.
Yeah.
It had all 3 of them in it.
Oh, okay. There's no dunk in it?
I don't think so.
I thought it was a dunk. Let me see that again. What's it called? Women's what?
Root.
Women's
Branch,
rights?
root,
Light
leaf.
matter root.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. That's what it says in there.
Matter root.
Light
Oh, it was a
matter
dunk.
root.
Mad Hatter.
Oh wait, that wasn't that. He did that watermelon one.
Dunk Low,
Oh, damn,
Sun
that one,
Club,
boy.
which
That
is
one.
Arctic Orange, Sanded Gold.
Need.
Who?
Wait, what is it?
This Dunk Low.
You
said
need
need.
that?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Chlorophyll Trainer Mid 1, Trainer 1 Mid.
Yes.
But you already bought
You,
those,
yeah,
didn't
you
you?
bought it like last year.
Yeah, I thought it was like, yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh,
It was
anybody
the,
here?
it was
I
the
thought
tech
someone
challenge.
bought
It was the
it.
Wimbledon Tech Challenge. No. It was the
No, I
Wimbledon
thought
Tech
you
Challenge.
bought the.
I know. I needed them, and I never bought them, and they're like 3 something.
Are you buying these ones or trying?
Wait.
I don't
It
think
wasn't
so.
this
If they
year
get to
that came
80
out?
bucks, no.
Yeah, those came out last year.
Nah, it wasn't those.
I thought they
It was
came
the-
out as-
They came out with the SB one last
SB
year.
version. It was that. I saw my Cowtown.
Huh?
Yeah,
I
it was the
remember.
SB version.
Oh,
That's
the
right.
Trainer 1.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
that color. It was the chlorophyll colorway.
Well, these are under retail, so you're in luck.
You're up.
Right, yeah.
Batter up.
You're up.
You're up.
For some reason, Mason Margella is making a question.
Yeah.
Huh?
They do Reebok stuff all the time.
For some reason, I don't know.
How much the price on that?
I mean, it doesn't say it on here.
It says right down the bottom. Oh, well,
That's the GO price.
Well, what's the
man.
GO price?
$600.
Mason Margiela question. I don't even know what a Mason Margiela looks like, let alone a Mason Margiela question.
Yankees Air Force One High. You copping?
Copping, man.
Cape's probably copping. What does that look like? Let me see. Got stripes
Throw
on
it.
it.
Yankees outfielders.
Bottom.
This might be the first episode I don't put a single sneaker
People
up
will fight for these
for
in New
pickups.
York.
I don't know, man. It got a tiny.
They got a jewel swoosh?
Is that a jewel?
People will fight for these in New York.
Jewel swoosh Air Force Ones
Don't
are
know. Oh my god.
People will fight for
don't
them.
It is
do this.
way too much shoe to have that little jewel. I never
jewel
understood
swoosh
that.
is fire
I used to
on
go
Air
in
Force
Chic and
One.
see them. I'd be like, why would you get an Air Force One that's this big and then a jewel swoosh that's this big?
Nah, that's fire.
These right here, when I was going to my senior year, these were sold out in every store in Southern California. I don't know
Yeah.
how
GTS.
many miles. They didn't call it that back.
I don't remember them being
when I
sold
was trying
out,
to cop.
though.
Oh, they were.
We all had those, dude.
Size
Those are like
12 was
you know,
gone in every colorway,
sixth grade promotion
every store. No, there was no promotion. Trust me, these joints were sold out everywhere. Oshman's, J.C. Penney,
You should have been with me though. I had.
Locker. When you named the store,
I had the green
it was
ones,
sold
too.
out.
Greg had the plug back then, man.
Greg was like, about 6 years old when I was trying to buy those. Greg was younger than I am.
He was running around Compton. He's doing
You're right.
Nah, there's
True.
at least one shoe you got to put on the screen. Military black for Jordan 4. Military
Let me see
black.
it. Oh, okay.
I don't know if we
Oh.
got these or not.
It's been nice. I don't need him though.
Yeah. Every time I see
They're
him, I
selling
like
for
him
about
more.
$150 over retail, so somebody cares about them.
Well, it's a Jordan.
I'm
never
definitely
gonna-
trying to cop
so of
because
course.
we know Jordan 4's.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jordan
yeah.
4.
So I'm copping.
Oh yeah. You know what? Even if, yeah, because
Listening to you now.
hold on, don't do that.
Hey, he's got to pay for the Durango, man. You got.
So I talked to them
true.
today. They was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to extend the challenge." They said we put the Durango together and we started it up, and they had to wrangle it in. No, they said they had to collapse
And you're like,
it.
you're whatever. I'll keep that challenge.
That's what
Hey,
it
man, you
is.
know, you do what you gotta do, man. I respect the art. It's been there almost over a month now. I'm like, you know, if y'all want to do an even swap, I ain't mad at though. I'm sorry. Let me tell you something about that model of that shoe.
They look like
that
another-
model of that shoe is fire.
It's comfy too.
It's you got a pair.
Yeah, I got a pair of the.
Sunflowers?
No, I got the blue ones, Kynites or
That
whatever.
model is fire.
Yeah.
bro. Now that color, wait, they don't got boosted?
Yeah, they do.
No,
It's comfy.
Why it's so thick?
No, they're boost.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Have you
I'll
ridden
tell you, it's comfy as hell. So
I got them. Every time I see somebody with that model, I'm like, I gotta get a pair of that model one day. Them joints is fire.
the
You've had your
sunflower
shits.
ones are like under
I
retail. So
have.
Oh, really?
They've been
He
coming
had
out
them.
for about 4 years now, so you've had your.
And I lost on every single one.
No, you didn't.
I
You
tried
didn't
for
try.
all the slides.
I did
this past
too.
Week. I didn't win one. I tried for little kids, for cruisy, everybody.
I thought I was like, oh, they're releasing black ones. Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm
one.
gonna
They're
get
gonna make
a
a million
black
pairs.
ones, son.
And then like every like half hour, it's like you were not selected. I was like,
I tried for the black ones, and a sand one came out, and the Volt
Yeah.
one. Not a Volt one, I don't want, but
I'd wear it.
it is what it is. $65, $70, I'll take one.
Last shoe is Rui Hachimura combo pack.
nope.
Wait, what?
Mental health pack.
Wheat combo samurai pack. You think I'm joking, huh?
Wait, it's a pack?
There's
36
two shoes.
is
What do you
fire.
Wait, what's
they might not come
They
together.
gave him two.
but
They gave him two
there's
shoes.
two of them.
I guess so.
Damn.
Neither one of those.
wait, that
neither
says
one of
Looney
those
Tunes.
Is fire. Don't
Oh,
say that.
sorry. Oh, huh?
Neither one of those.
Jordan
is
36s
fire.
are fire, huh?
Neither one of those. Are you talking about the model or the
Yes,
colorway?
the model.
What does that got to do with Samurai
That colorway
Sam's?
ain't too bad on that.
No, it's fine.
Samurai.
Egg roll.
All right.
Egg drops.
With some duck sauce
It's
on
called
it.
Samurai.
Oh,
Samurai Jack? Samurai Jack collab to go with
called
your
egg rolls. They ain't
Attack on
called,
Titan.
they ain't called none of that. No, they ain't called tapenaki. They ain't called that. Relax.
You brought that up.
lunch special.
Okay. Shamanaki.
I almost spit on my drink.
Let's apologize to the
Anything else on here?
Pacific Islander community.
Nothing else releases? That's it.
Copping fours for sure.
Nike says StockX sells fake Nikes, and StockX says Nike uses StockX to sell authentic Nike.
Bro,
Didn't even say that without.
does this look like some like idiots, like nobody idiots on Twitter just arguing with each other? Like at this point, like
I don't know, man. Who you call StockX? Oh.
he's calling Luber.
We get somebody online to quote. I have no idea. I got a weird voicemail.
It's Jay. He's wondering.
Yeah,
he's calling from the gulag.
You up?
All right.
It wasn't 480. It wasn't China, but who knows?
Nike's, StockX. What? Look. I mean, I don't know where to begin. Like, I really don't know where to begin. Like,
This is the most pettiest thing I've ever seen.
You know what's stupid is it's starting over being in court over drawings of sneakers.
Yeah.
It's like,
When NFTs are proven to be
Absolutely nothing.
yes, like we all thought.
Well, StockX is 100% beneficial to Nike's business, so I don't believe in this whatsoever.
oh, not whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's a work.
Like
If
it's
they didn't have the hype of StockX and everyone else pumping their shoes up, no one would care about any of this stuff.
like I've never seen.
They should send a thanks to Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter,
And to all of us.
StockX.
I've never.
Well,
what's
that?
that?
That definitely ain't that.
Yeah.
What are them cats? What they say? Like, name a better duo? I've never seen a better duo than Nike and StockX. Like, that's the greatest duo of all time. Like,
I mean, you did like a burrito in the toilet, but other than that,
I mean, fam. Like, and here's the thing too. We've talked about this for a really long time now. Like I said, it doesn't matter. If StockX give you fake and stuff, it's been happening. This isn't like the first thing. Just because Nike says it doesn't make it like a. Oh, no, I'm not doing cop it now from stock. You can't stop. You can't stop this momentum. Like you legit can't stop this. There's only one way to stop this, and that's Nike flood the streets with so much production of sneakers that resale falls out the window. Like that's the only way. But then you can't do that because
they benefit from it. They don't.
You ruin. You will ruin sneaker culture if everybody can cop. You know what? Let me ask you guys a question.
Wait, really quick. But that wouldn't even stop it because all the shit you can sell on StockX is not even limited to sneakers anymore, so it wouldn't even matter. They're selling fucking like
everything.
PlayStations
They sell
and
computers now.
That I bought like 3 years ago.
and cards and.
Now, hold on, Andy.
Yes, 2019 summer. I mean, that's what they.
Let's go. I'm saying.
Andy, if I said describe the perfect sneaker culture, what would that be? Because I'm so sick of people sending me messages about what needs to be done, and that's their view of like, this will make it all better.
Tell them
This is the perfect.
Tell them to message the mayor. No?
This is the perfect sneaker culture. Would y'all shut the fuck up?
Legislation.
That's the sneaker culture. Who the fuck cares? It's shoes.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter. If you could cop every shoe you wanted, could you financially?
That's one of the big things. Would you want to?
Would you be able to financially? If everything released, like, how many releases of Jordan 1s do they have a year? We look at this.
30-something.
Fam, even the ones we copped, I was like, what are we doing with these brotherhood? Like, you just do things.
You just gotta win something. It's just that feeling of winning something.
If you got dubs on everything you tried for, and like,
see, that's the thing.
and that's not even Nike limited. It's New Balance and Adidas and everything. Half these cats, the returns,
so crazy.
the returns would be ridiculous.
Did y'all see that video? Clearly, it looked like they actually weren't stepping on it. But did y'all see that video from local here where they? Oh, yeah, I think you saw it, where the Sun jersey.
Well, hold on. I got stuff to say about
hold
that.
on. The reason why I'm bringing it up
Because brotherhoods.
Somebody was wearing brotherhoods in the video and
stomped on a Suns jersey.
Yeah.
Somebody should have stomped on him. Man. The Suns jersey should have stomped on him.
I got stuff to say about that, so we'll talk about that.
Stomping on anything in brotherhoods is insane. All right,
Unless it's another frat.
What about the yard?
I was just about to say that. Unless you stomp in the yard.
On the yard,
If
yeah.
you stomp in the yard, aye.
Or you stomping on the rival frat dude's head.
My gosh. Look, man, the story itself is I don't know if it even qualifies as crazy, like, because nothing's gonna stop anybody. Now, I will say this: I can't remember the last time I copped off StockX. Like
the most ridiculous
2020 probably.
The most ridiculous part of the story is Nike said, "Yeah, we bought some sneakers off there and legit checked."
Yeah.
No, you didn't. What? What are you talking? Where'd you have them shipped to?
They said they had like CEOs and like
they went to eBay homegirl at SneakerCon.
Smelling them.
Y'all them sent to Beaverton?
Nah, these good, bro. And puts it back.
And then like what's funny is that when StockX countered with that, it was technically true at the moment too. Like, yeah, y'all buy sneakers
now
from us
you the
too.
one sliding.
Like, am I still in?
Barely.
What? Turn the camera some.
Okay, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Kanye and Drake fake beefing to get their albums up, and then all of a sudden they're doing tours together. Watch, like Nike and StockX are gonna be doing handshakes soon. Like
they're gonna do something. Like it just
this isn't real.
First of all, it's not even around anymore. Like this came out Tuesday last week, and no one's talking about it anymore. Like there's not a single. I haven't seen a new post.
There's nothing to talk about. What is there to say? I
haven't seen nothing.
Okay, the only thing I see is these memes where cats are like, "Oh, y'all gonna be rocking those StockX tags now, or you cutting them off?"
The problem is
that was corny to begin with. So
I see somebody today wearing. I've never seen anybody wearing. Besides at a sneaker event, I've never seen out in public anybody wearing a Stock. Today was my first time at Subway.
What was he wearing?
Listen.
He was wearing whatever the Jordan ones that you zip the top off.
Oh my god!
Whatever
a new cycle starts every day. Sneakerheads now today are mad about New Balance head. What's New Balance man name? Shoes coming out that he likes. Yeah.
What did I hear about?
Something happened with the release or something.
Oh, they released?
He did an apology online or something.
I saw something that was like waiting for Joey Fresh, like, and then it was like some meme of like waiting or.
Yes, sneakerheads are mad about that now, and also what was the other thing they're mad about?
No one was mad about StockX Nike
and Triple Jown man.
Like everybody in the comments that were like had something to say about Nike StockX thing. Let me go just look at their page. They weren't sneaker people. Like, well, they didn't have sneakers on their page. Like. It wasn't like they had pickup. You know what I mean? It was like they got 4 posts and they got 18 carats.
I'm sure the biggest customers on StockX aren't really people you would call sneakerheads. I mean, they're just people who know how to buy.
I guess. I don't know. I look.
Like the people who benefit from the platform is not sneaker mayor.
Like if you asked, I bet if you asked all sneakerheads,
you the king of sliding now.
Look, okay, I'm in the camera right here. Okay, get at me.
You gonna keep sliding out?
No, I'm not moving. I'm touching a bar.
Oh no, you move all the way from where that line of that is to where you at now.
Camera's at me, right? It's at me. Look. If you ask 99% of 100% sneakerheads, they would say their resolution for like making the culture great would be making a ton of sneakers. So I'm here to tell most of the sneakerheads you wouldn't want them. Like I know it sounds a little not arrogant or goofy, but it is a little goofy. Like we wear sneakers and stuff like that to be separated from everybody else. If all the sneakers were available and there's just like 2 million Bates, Titan collaborations on the shelves, they're just shoes now. They're not a part of anything. If I can go ahead and go grab a pair of Bread Ones today. Now, Bread Ones is a little different because I feel like them should be definitely that's a shoe that came out at 85. Give me a break. Now, if you got Union Ones just sitting on the shelves like that, it wouldn't be a Union One. It's just a shoe now. Yeah. Like, that's what separates a lot of us from everybody else. When I went to my daughter's graduation thing today, I had my work clothes on because I had to leave work. But, like, I would have been wearing sneakers. I would have been, like, the coolest dad in the building. Like, StockX and Nike, I mean, I've never seen two people, maybe purposely or accidentally, benefit from each other so much. Like, I mean, the wackest sneakers, StockX will make you feel like you need them. Like Nike will make you feel like you need it, and it gets the stock. Like it's a crazy conundrum, but it isn't going to end anything. Like
they'll find something
maybe
else.
This will finally end reselling.
No,
it's not. Man.
No.
It's impossible right now.
People are reselling baby formula, fam. Reselling.
Oh my god, I've seen people using bots to get baby formula and stuff. Fam, come on, man. Like
you can't be surprised by that.
I'm not surprised.
We already went through it in 2020.
You've seen the bottom.
I'm not
people
surprised
selling
by
hand sanitizer and wipes and whatever else.
And like people always talk about the good old days of sneakers when pennies they'd be sitting on clearance for Jordans. It's like nobody cared. That's the point.
Oh, that's another thing. By the way, I brought up.
It's not even like trading.
That's not the good old days. That's just
the good old days
shoes
now because we think back like dang,
it's nostalgia.
Like I think back like why didn't I go? I thought OG the original 86 Jordan 2s were at like a famous footwear on a shelf, like a size 15 or 13, and it's like, look at this, these suck, you know. And now I'm thinking back, like, boy, them joints was $77 at like a famous footwear in Antioch, California. You know what I mean? Like, you think back to stuff like that, and you're like, them is the good old days. When you're in the moment, you don't know it's the good old days.
Mm-hmm.
These are just shoes now. It was tradition for us to get dropped off at the mall. You go inside every sneaker store about 1 trillion times. You got money or not. You look at them. Oh, these cool. Like, and you put them back. Like, nobody was tripping unless it was a Concord when those retroed in whatever year that was. 94? What was that?
95,
whatever year that was. Like, y'all need to stop. No, y'all need to stop caring about StockX. You need to stop caring about resellers. You need to stop caring about hype. You need to stop caring about all that stuff.
Yeah, like hug your family.
You're going to...
You woke up today. You're already winning.
Going to ruin sneaker culture for yourself. I'm sorry, you are. Sports, I feel the same way about hip-hop culture. I feel the same way about sports culture. It is too much going on. I seen everybody online...
Hip-hop's always had drama. I don't think that's
Fam, it always had drama, but like, you know what?
Oh, no,
this is off
change.
topic. This is off topic, but like...
No, I'm saying the culture, whatever the culture argument is, it ain't going to change.
No, exactly, 100%.
I think out of all the drama and stuff you've seen in hip-hop, I don't think I've been more annoyed with somebody like Young Thug and all them as I am now. Because we just talk about eras growing up. People that sold drugs and did bad and stuff like that, their goal was to ultimately like have something and get out of it. I've never seen people be bad and become rappers to be badder. Like they become worse people after they make. I was like, I don't get it. Like, and the thing is that like that's all wiretaps, fam. They're done.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that generation views like Jay-Z as a success story no more. That's the thing. Because he's the ultimate success story. He started selling drugs, and now he's a billionaire. I mean, they don't look at it.
Yeah, but these cats, like Greg said, these cats want to like get rich to do bad things to get richer instead of investing in like
I don't think it's to
make
get
your
richer.
money work for
No,
you.
It's not,
or
it's not,
or
it's
just
not
have a
about money.
cloud,
They
or have
like
cloud
being in the street. Like, yeah, that's literally what it is.
Like Young Thug's in the street wearing a dress. Like, what are we doing right now? Like,
I don't get it. And I sit there and I see people like online like, yo, free thugger. Now,
why?
Them is people. And I'm like, no.
They're criminals.
No, thank you.
People have always done that.
I get it.
I know.
And it's just always, 100%.
Free gang and whatever.
Free, 100%. But like, that to me just shows that where we are as a society, man. Like, I could, look, man, we was talking about Tree Line Air Max 1s. They might be retail for all I know. I have no idea. Like, I think what also ruined sneakers was like the accessibility to like, I almost is, what's it called? Desensitized. Like,
yeah.
I was on something. Oh, Sakai Cortezes. Everybody sending them to me. I like them just a lot. I like them a lot. I was typing need, and when I was done typing it, I said, I don't really feel that way, though. I don't even know why I typed it. Like, I want them a lot. Like, I want them, but like...
If you don't get them, you're just going to move on,
I could already
right?
care less. Like, this sneaker... I mean, look when we did the releases. Like, now, there was a lot of whack stuff, but we have zero desire. We just talk about not waking up.
Yeah.
Like... you know, I tried for ciders, whatever them joints is called. Mm-hmm. Fam, I am like desensitized.
Depends what the
right
shoe
now.
is.
No.
The only shoe that's good this entire week really is the Jordan 4. I mean, potentially.
Yeah, but like that maybe 2 years, even just as low as 2 years ago, probably would have been like, whoa. Hey, man.
Yeah, but there's stuff coming out later this year that you will feel the opposite about.
I don't know.
Yes, there is.
I don't know. I agree.
Chicago
I've been pretty like... I don't pay attention really to what really happens in sneakers anymore because like there's so much content, there's so much stuff, there's so much releases. It's like I don't have the bandwidth to keep up with it anymore.
Yeah, like if
I don't get it, I don't get it. It's
like anyone who has 100, 200, 300,
Exactly.
400, 500 shoes should never have said need in the first place. We know that. But I mean, that's why we're
Actually,
people.
I posted those I posted those ASU dunks and I said need and I was just trolling Rico because that's what he always says.
I forgot about the ASU dunks. When did them come out?
I have no idea.
I
Exactly.
can't remember the last time I said need.
The Mets,
Probably.
the Mets dunks.
Oh, well, I mean, I actually need those. That's not fair.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
Jackie Robinson.
There ain't no fair.
Hold on, now them Jackie Robinson dunks. The print on it. The like 42s all over it. I think it's 42s all over the dunk.
I don't know. I mean, I know what
But
shoe you're talking about.
that shoe in hand, like not in my hand, but I saw somebody else's hand. Oh my god, That toe box with the oh my god, them joints.
Cowtown released
fire.
like kids dunks today. I don't know if you saw that.
They sell kid shoes? Oh, I guess so. Oh,
Nike made a kids SB, which they don't ever do.
A kid's SB what?
Like a toddler SB or whatever. Dunk.
Oh, they don't have toddler dunks?
SBs? No.
Oh, SB. Oh, really?
Cowtown had it.
Dang, what was it?
The one with the shark on it or whatever. Oski or Oski or whatever.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
They
Oh.
released them in store.
Well, also, I don't know, like for you two, because like you guys can get a lot of what you need easily now, so maybe that's a little bit.
That's debatable. I don't know. That's debatable.
that might help to it though. Or if you asked, you could probably
Asking maybe.
yeah.
But it's not even that. Like, even things now, I don't know how to really explain.
I see it as like I've been seeing stuff and it's just like this is just getting out of control and corny.
It really is. It's
Like
getting
like
too
these
out of
panda
control.
dunks stuff like that. I just don't even know what to think anymore.
I still need Panda Dunk.
Look, man.
What size do you want, man?
I need a 10. I just need a 10. I just want
All right.
one.
Good Lord. All you got to do is ask.
They don't even ask somebody to try for you. Mine are so beat. I beat mine to the. I need another one already, though. Like, it's the greatest. It's one of the greatest of all time.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
Hannah
man.
wore hers like 4 days in a row after
Dude,
getting it,
did
which
you-
is not something that
Did you
normally
watch that video I sent where the dude cut up the dunk?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, just what you've been saying.
Yeah, well,
it's
I'm gonna
nothing.
say, I sent him a message like because like it's a nothing shoe, like it's nothing whatsoever, which doesn't justify the resale price of it. But a black and white dunk, I've worn my Syracuse dunks a bunch of times. I don't feel the same way about my Syracuse dunks as I do the black and whites. I don't know why. It's something about the black and white dunk.
The shape is better.
I got UNLVs, Michigan,
On Syracuse?
Cobalt,
Black and white?
The materials are better on
Syracuse.
Syracuse. The shape is better on.
Well, the reason why is because it's
ones
black and
that-
white. You could just throw it on with anything. It really doesn't matter, and that's why other
I
like,
like
non-sneaker heads relate to that, and the Blazers and the Air Force Ones because it's just all white or a black and white. It's really easy to match with whatever you wear. It doesn't matter. You can
I
wear it
do
with any
think
outfit.
a lot harder when I wear the Syracuse ones. I like
Exactly.
I don't know about this, but them black whites. Oh my
Like
god!
if any of us was wearing black white dunks right now with our outfits, you'd be like, yeah, that's
You
matches.
can wear it with anything.
Exactly.
You could dress it up, dress it down. To me, it's fire. But as far as StockX and Nike, man, y'all need to get over.
Also,
man. It's over.
Where's Goat in all this? Aren't they coming out with like,
Dude.
yo?
I don't know what Goat's
is
doing.
Probably sitting in the corner
Now,
like this.
See,
But they're not.
I talked
bet you
about
they
this
are.
when COVID
They're
clock
happy
episode.
that they're being left alone.
I said you don't ever see this stuff happen with Goat. Never. It's rare somebody be like, "Goat, sent me a fake or
Well,
something."
unless you're George messing with your money.
Oh yeah, what they do to you? They lost your shipment, didn't they?
they lost something that showed up, but then like after a week or whatever, they paid me out.
Yeah, like I'd never hear these things with Goat, but Goat's website and site and stuff
sucks.
is
It's
Trash.
not, yeah,
awful.
it's not.
It's not
It is
user-friendly.
not
User-friendly at
user-friendly
all.
whatsoever. It's super whack.
It's the worst user interface
StockX
I think
is
I've maybe ever seen.
Easy.
flawless. It's perfect. It is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now,
And same with eBay. eBay is easy to use
eBay's
too.
easy to use.
Yeah.
All of it is easy. I did say too. I was like, if I was Goat, oh my god, I'd be coming out with the most fire marketing campaign of all time. Like I'm talking about, I'd be all over social media. Like I'd revamp. I would just come out of nowhere because this is the opportunity that you need, like to do so. StockX is clearly miles
Upper
ahead
echelon.
of Goat. I think. I don't know about money wise, but I feel like it.
They have to. They
way
sell
more.
everything.
Yeah, they
Well,
sell everything.
One of them is connected with Foot Locker, so I don't know if financially wise they probably don't.
I always
money
forget
to
Goat.
Goat,
See, I always
but-
forget that with Goat and Foot
But in
Locker.
terms of stock, I don't think anyone's shedding a tear for StockX financially.
No.
I think
No,
they're
no,
doing
no.
just fine.
They sell every single thing under the sun. And, honestly, that's probably where we all know that fakes probably get through. We all do. We know that. Like, it's impossible not to, I think. The problem is, too, with them, I know they have divisions. From what I understood, they have, like, your streetwear division. Probably your Rolex people, your watch people. I don't know if they still do watches
Xbox
anymore.
people.
Your Xbox, whatever. Like, I don't even know if you authenticate. Do you authenticate a PlayStation 5 or something if it comes through? Like, what do you do? Like, because
Just
it
open
should
it up,
be
make sure
open.
there's hardware in there.
It
Yeah.
shouldn't be
Well,
open.
so that's the question I was going to ask earlier when you're talking about authenticating fakes or whatever. Is granted the people we've had on the show who work at StockX don't want to talk about it, but we just still don't know. Like, is there a second authentication? Does a supervisor need to check your work first? Do you have the power to just put it through and it's done? Because that's probably like if you want to be transparent as a company, those are probably the things people need to know. I mean,
and that's why eBay's sending out those videos of like authentications. I mean, they're getting made fun of for it, but at least they're showing it.
They just need to show something that fails. Like, show us something that fails.
What eBay did that was smart.
On eBay.
What eBay did that was smart, and they did it in trading cards too, is they partnered with a company
exactly.
that already has the expertise. They didn't say we're going to do it on our own.
Right.
They did it in trading cards. Now, their trading card version is stupid because I've seen like them damaged cards, but they partnered with a company that grades cards.
How they handle sneakers. I mean, that's not surprising.
No, it's a grading company.
Do the smell test.
So supposedly the grading company damaged it, not eBay, but who knows? I guess at any point it could be messed up. But yeah, they were smart about it. At least they got a company that knows what's, supposedly what they're doing. But
I seen somebody comment under an eBay thing and say, "Yes, another fake taken off the streets." I was like,
man, shut up. I had the eBay thing because I sold some bread toes, and it came back. The dude messaged me and said, "Hey, they're the wrong size." And I was like, I don't even remember what size I sent, to be honest. Like, I listed it at that one. I think it was that one, but I couldn't tell. And then I denied it, and then eBay just said, keep your money. You can keep the shoes. We'll take it.
I think
because they didn't check it either.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing too. And I said this about StockX.
Charge it to the game.
You just charge it to the game, man. One of the things with StockX is like, any blunders and problems that they've had, like as much money as they make. If I told you, hey man, I got a fake, I think, whatever, they should just be like this, like rectify that, whatever. And yes, I know I could be lying and somebody could be lying, but what?
They can do it without letting you keep it. They can say, okay, ship it back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like send it back. We'll go back through it again. No, they won't.
I think they already do, but they just don't publicize it.
But when they mess up, when they do stuff, they get all weird about it. They don't respond. They say, we'll get back. They do all this weird stuff, and it's like, you know what? If you just say, hey, we think we authenticated it good, but go ahead and send that joint back. We'll get your money back.
I think that's like the new era of whatever, because Uber and Lyft and them don't have a phone number, or at least they didn't a couple years ago.
You have to do it on the app, right?
You got to do everything through the app. That's what these new age companies that are only apps do, is like they don't want the overhead of like having a customer service person you could talk to or get yelled at or whatever. Everything's chat. It's absurd.
Yeah, I was with this Uber driver. My car was in the shop, and he was he said this dude like hit on him, like something weird, like told him that he could hit or something for the free ride. And he said that like, he had to go through the app and let Uber know. And I'm like, you had to go through that? You were sexually harassed, man. Like he said, you had to go through the app. And
you work for them.
He got back to me about 48 hours. Like,
you could be dead by then.
That man could have, put some on you, right? And like he was like, yeah, man, it's crazy. And he was
the streets are crazy.
Yeah, I was like, man, he was like, I was just laughing, but I looked in the rearview mirror, and he had a funny look on his face, and I said,
he was licking his lips.
But I don't know, man. Y'all, look, like I said, the story's already dead. The story's dead. Like, I mean, this was last Tuesday. I haven't heard or seen nothing about it. It is what it is.
Cycle short. Like I said, there's already two.
Look.
Okay, hear about this. Let's go to the listeners. What Greg asked me, what do you want to see change in the sneaker culture that you think would make it better? Put it in the comments under this video. Yeah. Put it on the YouTube comments and let us know, because I'm genuinely curious.
I'm curious, and but I feel like the answer is gonna be Nike needs to make more sneakers. That's what I feel like the answer is going to be.
But guess what?
People think sneakers.
When they did, it didn't matter. When they did, they didn't sell.
Wait, how much are black and white dunks on resale right now?
$250, right?
How many times have they released those?
9.
Yeah, but people still don't got them, though, man. If you said you never had a bread one.
Yeah, that's a little harder though. They've only released a few times. They're not doing restocks 5 times a year. Yeah. They're doing restocks on the Nike app, not even sneakers now.
Yeah,
they're not done.
I'm sure they're not.
They're coming back.
I'm sure we got 5 more restocks for the years over.
They got that new black white dunk that's coming out. What's it called? Champion black white. That joint fire. I need it. I don't know, but I need it.
I think the other black and white's a women's shoe.
Because I'd like to see how many numbers that Nike's done on that shoe, and it's still double retail.
And it's still,
I don't know, man. I honestly can't say.
It's more than that.
Well, depending on size, probably,
Yeah, I texted you. What'd I tell you? It was like size 12 was already back up to $260.
Yeah.
Because we had,
and with fees, that's $300. Huh? With fees, that's $300.
I don't know, man. Like, I honestly, like, they're going to price us. Like, when I saw 9s today at 200, And I'm like, holy crap. Now, look, all of us in here are, you know, blessed enough to sit around and say we could pay $250, $280, whatever. You know, some of us like, I'll never pay $350. Now, $280, I'll think about it. Like, you know, but it's just the everything that surrounds sneakers is just too much, man. It is way too much. And I'm finding myself like all my threads that like DMs and everything that's like so sneaker centric. They started out that way.
Or not.
They're not anymore.
They're not anymore.
Like I get sent like, did you see this funny video? Like people, complete strangers that I don't even know. Like we were sending back like, ooh, what do you think about this? Like sneakers all day.
Yeah.
Now it's like, it's just somebody, you know what I mean? Like
the one on IG that we're all in, it's all hip hop now.
yeah, I went in there and looked. I went in there and looked the other day, and
Yeah.
it was like sports stuff in there.
Yeah.
All it wasn't.
It's
no
never
in
sneakers.
there.
Never.
Yeah, I'm like, so, you know.
Maybe it's because of our age. I don't know. I mean,
See, that's what I started thinking, and I started thinking that too. So, like, somebody in the comments had called me a new. Clearly, you're an internet sneakerhead. Like, they thought I was new because of what I was saying about not caring about reselling. And then he DM'd me. I responded to him. I said, man, what? Like, what? And he responded, and I said, man, me and George been out in these streets forever. I'm like, we're actually old. And he was like, oh, man, my bad, bro. I didn't know about that, man. I gotta love the show so much, man. I'm like, clearly you don't listen to the show if you don't know that we've been outside. But that's the thing. Like, somebody started saying that, like, if you don't care about it, then you... And I started saying to myself, I said, I think there are times, and I hate to say this being on a sneaker podcast, because it could legitimately affect it a year's end or next year, whenever. I'm really struggling to maintain my interest in sneakers. I really am.
I am too.
I'm talking like I'm in the closet. Like, what the... Like... I wore like Hawaii Dunks today because it was just like, let's get the Dunks. Let's get a shoe out the closet. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too much, man. Like, it's just starting to, like, the closet is too much. Opinions are too much. My opinions are too much. Like, I'm tired of even formulating thoughts on this type of stuff. Every week, we know Nike legal issue. We just used to know how much the sneakers
It's
came.
all the time they're in legal issues.
We were just trying to figure out the release date. So now we're trying to figure out who's suing who and who lied and what Marcus Jordan doing.
well, you think about it. Look at our text thread. 90% of the stuff we send is not sneaker related. It's sports and funny Twitter videos.
Every once in a while, we'll send like pictures of, first look at the Jordan 1 Coral,
or Adidas raffle stuff.
And you'll be lucky if any one of us responds to that.
Somebody
you might get a like.
You get something, but it's too much. Like, if you're unaware, like, if we already know, like 95% of the time, if George sent them a sneaker, we already saw it anyway. We just didn't send it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, when I hate that now when like people send stuff, and I stopped saying, I try to stop saying like, well, yeah, or like, oh, yeah, I already seen that earlier. Like, because there's a lot of times I already saw it. I just didn't send it. I didn't think nothing about it. But then, like, later on the day, like, Rico sent it. And it's like, oh, I already saw that. But it's like, what is it? It doesn't matter, man. Like, sneakers, to me, is such a major thing in culture. People were like, you know, maybe this will shut a lot of stuff down or whatever. But you got to think about, like, the last 10, 15 years of what has come out of sneakers, dude. I'm talking... Even when everybody would care about bots, right? And you remember at one point, you were just like, you know what? If you created a bot that could just, more power to you, man.
It's just another business.
People are out here creating businesses off sneaker culture. Like, look how many people sell laces. Like, real lace companies. There are resale businesses, brick and mortar, online. I'm talking... Look
socks.
At socks. Like, once we started caring about our socks... once we started paying $18 for a pair of socks... When Stan Socks came out and the price on Stan Socks, I was like, who is paying this for a pair of...
Nike Elite Socks, too.
Nike Elite Socks, yeah.
Then we started caring about our socks. Think about all the conventions that exist. We got Sneaker Con. It used to be Dunk Exchange and maybe a little local thingy. Fam.
Heated Soul.
We got... I saw Oklahoma Kicks Con. Like, it's all the time. Like, I see it all the time. And then you think about, like, Complex Con. I don't care. Complex Con is like a culture con thing. But it's because of sneakers. It wasn't... They weren't like, let's make a clothes con. No, it's because they probably said, let's make a sneaker thing. And then they said, no, let's just encompass all of it. Like, you would legit, sneaker culture, if it died, like I'm talking flatline, maybe not dead, but like evened out, it'd be no reason to have a sneaker con. Who the heck would go to this stuff? Like, like you gotta really think about how times have changed.
Yeah, they go in together. Like half sneaker, or I don't know anymore, but like the last 2 years, like vintage and sneakers were like that.
Yeah.
And now vintage is. But here's the thing: I don't even pay attention to that half the time anymore, and I sell it.
I can't tell what vintage is doing anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't tell if it's going up or down because I went to sneaker con. It's so many. Like, now, you know what I see a lot of people make rugs now.
Yeah,
They're making rugs now. Like,
Rugs are cool.
and I don't care what you say. It's because of sneakers. They may make a Yeezy rug, but it's all sneaker culture stuff. Like, it is way too much. Sneakers are such a major part of our cultural pop. It's crazy. Like,
yeah. Remember the OG heated soles like at Bourgade, like 90%, 95% of the tables were like sneakers only. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you might have like one guy trying to sell his album or like some chains
some
or
fake Gucci
yeah.
stuff like that.
Stuff.
Yeah.
But now it's like 50% is sneakers, then you have a bunch of vintage, then you have a bunch of hats, then you have those videos with the hats, that release they did here with the dugout.
Yeah.
There was like 5,000 people there.
And now you know what?
That's dangerous.
And I copped like online. Like I don't. Like I didn't leave. I never left my house. Like here, everyone's
when I saw
if you pulled up and saw it, I'd be like, I'm out of here.
When I saw that they were having an event hat club in Arizona, a part of me was like, oh, maybe I'll check that out.
Should go, yeah.
But Cortez had a bunch of soccer stuff. When I saw that online, how many people went to a hat thing, I couldn't even believe it. I thought that was like a festival. I couldn't even believe how many people.
Yeah, it was Astroworld.
Now here's the thing about that too. That sneaker culture, I don't know anybody who's in the hats who wear wax sneakers. They may not buy as many as us, and they may not know about the Sakai Cortezes and stuff like that.
Guess what? They're wearing black and white dunks.
But they got Jordan 1s on.
Yeah.
They know what sneakers are. Like, that culture colliding like that is all. And you know, it's all
Same with
because of
vintage.
sneakers.
It's all like.
No, if you played what's it called, a Venn diagram, you put sneakers in the middle, that stuff on the outside of it would be insane. Huh? And it's like all because think of all the apps we got. Stores got apps. Like, we're on the apps right now. Raffles, Twitter technology. They invented
Discords.
ways. They invented ways through Twitter, Nike, to cop sneakers. And they're like, all right, this didn't work anymore. Then they tried to make a way like we had the homie build a system to read Twitter. Like, and he was like, sure. And he did his thing and built it.
Is that when they used to post a picture and had the words circled?
Fam.
Do you remember that? And then you had to DM the store with your size to see if you won.
We stopped before that, but
It was, I can't
they just
believe.
used to do a hashtag with a word.
Well, yeah.
Fam.
It was a hashtag, but it was a certain one had to be circled with the
That
full
was the
word.
next version
Yeah.
of it.
Oh, yeah.
More complicated.
One day, I was taking days off work.
I was leaving lunch to go pick up shoes.
I was legit. Me and Rocio at the house. I'm at the computer. I'm talking, waiting for that Twitter. I'm waiting for that tweet to drop because I had to hit the. Yeah, and you type it in wrong, you a screw. Like I had to get it. If I had to pee so bad, I was peeing right there like this at the computer, peeing in the thing. That's how crazy it was. Like the people don't understand how powerful. Sneaker culture is insane right now. It's the king of everything. It is. People using bots to perform. Where bots come from? Sneakers. People bots to buy content. Sneakers.
BR kicks, like that whole who's wearing the best kicks in Game 7?
Oh,
It's
fuck off.
We pay attention to the sneakers they wearing in the tunnel now. There's BR kicks, there's Nice Kicks, Soul Collector, Sneaker News. There's all this stuff is insane. You would go to a sneaker convention show, and when you go to one table, he had something. You go to another table, he had something else. Every table is the exact same because everyone's a business. Every table is full of DS sneakers. Like, there would be a table like, hey, man, these are my sneakers.
These are mine.
I'm selling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not selling what I've accumulated as stock. Yo, what 9.5 set? All these, I would not have 10. All 9.5, all these 10s. Yo, what 12's at? 12 tables over there. Like, that was legit. Now you go to a table. All black,
size
white
runs.
Dunks, black, white dunks on top. I got Fly 5 through 12. I got Syracuse down here. I got Yeezys down here. I got
Jordan
this,
1s,
and all them
yeah.
little index cards in it
Yep.
with the size. Hey, come on, man. And what's crazy is...
And they're all wrapped up in that cellophane and...
What's crazy is that, like, You look at the size 5 and it's like 250 and you go up 325. You keep going to size 12 and you're like, look at the progression of price and how many you have, man. Look what sneakers did to like something like pound for pound. Sneakers was such an important thing at the time. They lost their business, like legally, like doing stupid stuff. Like, man, like they couldn't even handle the fact that somebody selling a Yeezy here. They had to keep it and put a fake up to sell, do weird things like that. Like, it makes people lose their minds, huh? Look, StockX, Nike, look, y'all work it out, man. Like, y'all work it out, man. Y'all too cute of a couple, man. What else we talking about? Anything else? Anything else on that? Nothing. Kyrie, Nike, anybody?
He's not marketable. How do you market him? How do you market Kyrie?
To Republicans?
Do they?
I mean, I guess. You know?
Do they really market anybody? They don't really market Giannis to anybody. There's no Giannis.
Well, yeah, but Giannis also isn't out here like.
I don't know that we have an
not missing half his team games.
Yeah,
let him go.
I would tell somebody.
But everyone's assuming that it's because he's just been controversial lately. But
or he might be difficult to work with, like contract-wise and stuff.
I think we know that.
Well, no shit. Yeah.
I don't know. You know, to me, that goes against what I thought Nike was about. I thought you could be different in voice.
No, but you're assuming that's why.
Well, okay. Yeah, you're right. For all I know, he may have slapped somebody. I don't know. Who knows?
Or he could just be asking for way too much money or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Listen,
lifetime. He probably wants a lifetime contract, and like they're like,
maybe.
Listen, man, Kyrie is a whack.
Well, we know that.
You can only deal with a whack so long. Like he is a. Giannis you can't market Giannis either, but he's not a wacko. I mean, it's just that simple.
Well, now, look, the word wacko when it comes to a certain level of degree. I mean, Kanye is like the king of kings.
Kanye,
but you can't. Hold on. Now, Kanye, yes, I get it, but hold on. We're not gonna act like Kyrie sneakers aren't selling. Like we're not gonna definitely act like that. Kyrie sneakers, they sell. They might be probably the number one Nike basketball sneaker if you don't count
Kobe.
Kobe's, but I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, I will tell you this, like, and like I said, like I'm not talking about. I see the grown man walking around. I'm talking about I go when we had Cortez's basketball.
Oh, yeah, basketball.
Oh, my God. Like,
Kyrie's
the number
that's what
one
I hoop
sneaker.
in.
It was a good basketball shoe.
The number one sneaker by far out of every basketball club team, every team I ever seen is Kyrie's. Number 2, I'd probably say Curry, Paul Jordan, maybe somewhere of those.
Not Kobe's?
That's so hard.
The younger ones?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I'm thinking of NBA more.
NBA, Kobe's are number one, NBA-wise. But, like, I see a lot of Currys. I see all the stuff that we think like ain't nobody copping. No, they're not copping to come do podcasts. Yeah. They're copping to go actually see if I can do better than these. Now, Kyrie, to me, Kyrie is a Nike staple, and I like the Kyrie line. Now, there's way too many colorways, and I don't know why they gave. Kyrie is a person that doesn't need a Kyrie low, and they got a Kyrie like Stingray or
it's like the
Trap Fly.
It's like the LeBron Soldier.
Yeah, it's like a LeBron. Yeah, it's like that, like a. You know, the regular version is 180. This one's 130. You know what I mean? Like,
we all know why he got the contract because he was playing with LeBron on the Cavs and he was easily marketable.
That's a big part
because they thought they were going to, be together for a while.
But Kyrie being at 8 sneakers is pretty good. Like, I mean, it's not like
especially when he didn't play for like 3 years.
Yeah, it's a good run. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. And everybody's like, "Oh, where should he go next?" And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like.
Anta?
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably end up at Anta, anywhere like that.
Then nobody's going to care.
No one's going to care either. Like, it really doesn't matter.
Because look at all these guys that have those Chinese brands, like Klay Thompson does.
Like, there's some of those shoes are nice looking. Now, I don't have the guts to buy those yet. I'm sorry. I just don't. Like, now, D-Wade's...
Oh, those Wade's are fire.
Basketball, performance shoe.
I know, but they got some, like, casual-looking shoes now. Like, I seen one that dropped recently. It's kind of like a skater shoe from Anta or...
I saw that too, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was okay.
Now, I don't know how to copy it. Like, I don't know where you get it from. I think Black Sheep had some, but they only had one color. There was one color that was better than the other. But, look, man, I would say this. If I was Adidas, I'd go after Kyrie. Like, I would. Like, Kyrie's still a big name, though.
Honestly, New Balance should take him.
Their roster's already... weird.
What's their roster? I mean, exactly. Kawhi, who doesn't play.
Kawhi,
It's a bunch of full of guys that don't play.
Kawhi, Jamal Murray, Javante. Javante on Spurs. He's on there.
DeJounte Murray.
Javante, what his name is.
It's a bunch of guys that don't really play.
Levine.
He doesn't play either.
These are,
They have a roster full of guys that are always injured.
I don't know. Kyrie might become the leader of all them, and they do something really weird.
They might as well.
Look, man, I like Kyrie a lot, and you know what's funny?
And guess who buys New Balances?
It was funny.
Republican.
What's funny is that when you see Kyrie hoop, it's still one of the best looking things you've ever seen. I don't care what anybody says. Kyrie is just that guy on the basketball court. But you got to be on the basketball court.
You can't call yourself a martyr.
You got to be.
That went further than any of the COVID stuff, any of the flat earth
That's
stuff.
just uneducated talk out of the blue.
But that hurts your value. I mean,
It does, but and that's
the definition of martyr is literally dying.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally is dying.
And that's the society we live. I've been in
A martyr would be dying from the vaccine, right?
Dying from COVID and not getting the vaccine would be a martyr. Like, I'm not getting the vaccine.
No,
I mean,
because you have to die by what you believe in.
Yeah, you're sacrificing
right.
yourself for like the greater cause.
The
or
greater
whatever.
good.
But it's actually dying.
Yeah.
Kyrie didn't die. I mean, maybe you're like.
Nike deal died.
Yeah, your promo deals died, but
You know what's crazy about this? Kyrie made a major motion picture off of basketball.
He really did.
Wait, what?
Uncle Drew.
Uncle Drew.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Uncle Drew.
Drew
Didn't he do
died.
that with a bunch of, NBA
Yes,
players?
Shaq.
Webber, everybody.
Yeah.
And I liked Uncle Drew. I'm sorry. I thought it was a good basketball movie.
If we think about it, that original commercial might be one of the most fire commercials ever made.
about
That was a good commercial.
See how
forgot
we
about
don't
that.
think about that anymore
I
because of his
forgot about that,
wacko-ness?
See, I don't ever think about any of the old LeBron commercials either until I see him on Twitter.
Or the Kobe ones.
Just the puppet.
Any of them. I could barely remember a Kobe. The only Kobe one I really remember is with Kanye, the Kobe system. I don't remember the 4-1 about the ankle insurance and all that. I can't remember.
The one where he jumped over the car.
The car with the hyper. I don't remember those.
And the ones he did with
much.
LeBron, too.
The puppet one.
Oh,
those ones I
yeah.
remember.
See, I do, but I don't think about those. If we said Nike commercials, I would immediately start talking about Godzilla, Barkley, Jordan,
Spike Lee.
ankle insurance was
Grandmama.
funny because it was literally like one of those. They made it almost like one of those local lawyer commercials that you would see, but just
low budget
for a shoe.
Yeah, like super low budget, intentionally, slapstick humor or whatever.
Yeah, like the Uncle Drew one, he literally dressed up in old man makeup, went to a park, nobody knew who he was, and started crossing cats up.
Now, those were Nike commercials,
Yes.
right? Okay, because I remember it was the Pepsi, too.
That was definitely a Nike commercial.
Okay, because I remember it did cross over in the Pepsi, I think
probably.
a better Mountain Dew, I don't know, one of those drinks or whatnot, but, look.
Is that one of the best commercials? Is that one of the last best commercials? What's better than that's come out?
I hope it's not for his views and stuff. And I only say that because, like I said, I thought that to me is Nike's, hey, you be you do your thing. Now, hey, it's not what we all agree on, but you know what? We appreciate you being you. I don't want to say I appreciate Kyrie sticking out and sticking to his guns, but there are a lot of people that make a lot of noise and then just cave in down the road. The issue with Kyrie is that we're all selfish sports people. Fam, get on the court. I need to see you play. All right. Even if we weren't rooting for the Nets, like the Nets, root for the Nets, it's you need to be out there with KD, and I need the Nets to be the Nets. You talk about them all the time, at least be the Nets. You know what I mean? So it's one of them things where from the outside looking at it is what it is. I think Kyrie's like I said, I've been on this podcast numerous times. Kyrie sneakers to me are just as comparable as Kobe's to me. People don't agree with that, but to me, I look at a lot of Nike Kobe's and I'm like, a lot of these ain't as fire as we thought they were.
I think I have a pair of each.
Dang, what is those? What is that?
Is that Fetty Wap in there?
It's a Kobe. Oh, is he back?
Hold on.
Oh, of course he stops. It's like when you try to search something on your phone, your internet don't work.
Yeah.
You be like, yo, what is this?
Wait.
Oh my gosh. If y'all heard some of the stuff that come out of the studio for anybody listening to this podcast, you'd be amazed. Like I remember this construction man that does like Christian rap came in here. Oh my God, doing the most yelling I've ever heard of all time. Doing. He came out dusty, paint all over his face. Anyways.
But yeah, I think I have at least one of each Kyrie.
Properly hydrated.
Oh yeah. So like that's the thing with like, he be drinking jugs.
I'm like,
but that's the thing too with like I said, when I look at Kobe's line, I look at Kobe's line. Kobe's line to me is like a Future album. Like there's some like. I like Future. I consider Future a legend in his realm of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not the same as. Are you trying to say like as a Bow Wow thing? That's not the same as Bow Wow.
Okay.
Future's different.
Okay. Now
we know he's not like a lyricist, but he's a musician.
yeah.
Now
and an entertainer. He's a cultural.
100%. Now, like. People were talking about like the new Future album. They were talking about albums, and they was like, "Oh my God, that joint is fire!" And I was like, 2 songs are super duper duper fire, but some things are so fire that you'll call a whole album fire. When I think of the when I think of the Kobe line, there are like 3 bangers that are like, and you'll be like, "The entire Kobe line is fire." Grinches are so powerful.
Man, what is happening outside?
Dying, huh?
You want to open the door?
No.
What is happening?
Grinches are so culturally that you'll say the entire Kobe line is fire. I'm sorry, the entire Kobe line is not fire.
That's all Nike basketball though, because if you go down the line, KD's.
Well, all Jordans ain't fire.
I was just about to go there.
Like,
all LeBrons.
No lineup is all fire.
Wait. Now I'm talking like your 1 through whatever.
Yeah,
like
1 through 14 ain't fire.
Oh no. See, that's the thing. Like out of the Jordan line, you can only pick maybe 2 or 3. And I'm talking about you can argue 1 through 14 are legends, legendary. And if
legendary and fire are 2 different things.
Kobe 1 through 8 is all legendary too.
Oh, whoa.
Yes, it is.
Kobe's 1 through 8.
You said legendary. That's different than fire or whatever other word you're going to use. Jordan's 1 through 14 are legendary, iconic, but some of them legitimately suck. Jordan 8s suck ass.
Oh no.
Jordan 9s suck ass.
Hold on. Now see, those are the only ones I would say. I would say 8, 9, maybe 10. Are the only ones I would pick out of 14.
10, 2
I like
worse
10s.
Yeah,
2 suck.
2 suck.
Oh,
Worse than
2s,
10s.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. 2, 8, 9, 10. I would probably say or whatever. But some people would make the argument for a 10.
10s are fine. They're just they're basics.
But you
can make an argument for an 8. Huh?
You name 3. That's fine. Well, Kobe 1 through 8, you can name probably 3. Like, we can complain that 7s,
2, 3, 4.
That 7s aren't wearable because they like made them bad.
Oh,
but
7s,
the visuals are fire still.
Yeah.
If I had to pick out of Kobe's, the only ones that I think are, I'm talking, I guess legendary maybe. 4,
6.
5.
You look like you're
1,
sure
4,
of yourself.
5,
What's
6.
wrong with you?
I'm not a 4 person.
9 low.
I'm a 5 though.
I understand, but that's not the masses' opinion.
I will
4s are unquestionable. 5s are unquestionable. 6 are unquestionable.
Well, 6 are very questionable.
No, they're not. Based for you, not based overall.
Okay, fine. 6 and then 8.
The best Kobe of all time is a 6, and then he had 3Ds, East LAs. He had all other ones that were all flames.
That's the problem. We don't see any of those ever.
7s,
you see Grinches.
There's so few. I mean, Grinches came back out though.
7s, the model is fire. It's just not wearable because it's plastic junk. But the model's still fire. 8's undeniable fire.
And that's it.
Honestly,
That's what I said.
I like
1
9s.
through 8.
Yeah, 9s.
Okay,
I like
that's
1 through
okay
8.
too.
I know, but I'm
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
1 through 8.
That's it.
1's a whack. 2's a whack.
Damn.
That's what he's
You not understand what I'm saying?
You're agreeing with him.
Jordan 1 through 14, you can pick some out that ain't good.
Oh, okay.
Kobe 1 through 8, you can pick some out that ain't good.
Oh, okay.
LeBron, same thing. KD, same thing. Kyrie's probably the ones you can't pick as many out because they're pretty similar if you think
They
about
are.
it.
They're all really similar.
And I could pick out maybe 2 out of the 1 through 8. 2 Kobe's out of. 2 Kyries out of.
Yeah, because the 2s are like
5.
not really wearable unless you're hooping. With the straps
and the 2s are probably the ones that I would take. I think.
Well,
I was
the
fine
ones
with
are
1
lower,
5.
so that's I think. I mean, I have a few
like
pairs
the
of those.
ones.
Yeah, I do too.
You know,
the 2s
so-
are ones are like that's a hoop and shoe because it's the ones with the straps that wrap.
Yeah,
around.
but the 7s are fire.
Yeah.
6 is fire.
That's why I've been
5's
hooping in now. The
fire.
6s are comfy. They're
The
mid-ish.
8 is a little weird because that's the one he didn't like.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Maybe that's why I didn't want to play.
Yeah, maybe that.
Let's talk sports, fam.
Can we start with Bucks Sixers or whatever Celtics, please? Just get that out of the way. And then I would like to go first on the Suns as the resident.
I didn't have it any other way.
Okay.
My reputation is half saved, by the way.
Redeemed.
Redeemed.
My reputation is on the line.
It's on the line.
Can we say that's probably the most build up for Game 7s ever that turned out to be extremely whack?
I can't remember the last time we had soccer at 8:50 in the morning. I did soccer. I came home, cleaned the house. I was done. What the house got clean? I'm on the couch. Don't even touch me. Don't talk to me. Game 7s are today.
I did some errands in the morning, and then I made sure everything was done.
Well, no, hold on now. I had said, that's the problem too with that is because I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely watching playoff hockey. I got to get back into hockey like I did, but the matchups in the NBA were so good that you didn't want to miss a second
because it was the second round already.
You just didn't want to miss them, and the playoffs haven't really lived up to what they are.
There's been so many blowouts throughout the whole playoffs. Dude, I can't.
And that's which is crazy because that's how hockey playoffs started. Is that it was blowouts and blowouts. Like the Rangers games 2 and 3, they got beat fucking 7-something, and then all of a sudden Saturday came. I knew the Rangers, and then there was 4 other Game 7s. I was like, yo, how did this happen?
7 in hockey is crazy, scoring 7 goals.
F you, Paul Bissonnette. Talking a whole bunch of shit about the Rangers. How they deserve to be there, how they're frauds. Fucking Carolina in 5 games. Fuck you, Paul Bissonnette.
What do you expect?
Get out of here.
Because Bucks
Celtics
in
7.
That game was close for a while, but it's not even Tatum had a good game, but it's not even he was the story. You just had Grant Williams just
I hate
chucking threes,
shots,
and it's just yeah, it's a good story, but it's you want to see Giannis and Tatum go head to head.
I have a problem with no one being aware. Once you make
awareness.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in there. I'm not even joking. Though. I don't know if y'all can listen to
it sounds like a parody.
No, I don't think
but
so.
It sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
He's not. There's no way he's making. He's got to be doing ad libs. He got to be doing.
No, I thought it was a female.
No,
absolutely not.
No, he's got to be doing his ad libs, and they're gonna mix them into. There's no way that he.
Yeah,
that's why I said it was Fetty Wap.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's no way.
I thought it was Fetty Wap.
Fam, they're not even close to Fetty Wap. That dude is.
Fetty Wap's a legend.
Walmart
legend.
Everybody's a legend. Everybody's a legend.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, boy, he had a legendary run that little summer, that year, couple years.
Man.
Oh my God,
that was a lot. I can't even look at 1738.
Anyway,
$76. Williams making them threes. After you make 5, you have to get out of your mindset of that's just Williams, and now you got to do something about it. I've never seen so many standstill threes like that. It was he was just in practice, and
his shot is slow.
Open shots.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck is going on? Look, hey man, he made 5, bro. You're gonna have to do something.
This isn't Klay Thompson quick release. This is Grant Williams. He's
Klay shoots. You get on him. I don't care if Klay missed.
Well, no one expected Grant Williams to do that, but he's made threes all season.
No.
Well, I'm saying because he started 1 for 4.
But that's the Bucks defense, though. That's what they do.
Yeah, but you have to say, you know what? He had at 14 threes. He shot a total of 18. Once you make 5, then the coach has to say, it's his night. Somebody's got to get on him now. All of his were wide open. Every single one was he wasn't he wasn't busting. He didn't have to do nothing. He was like this, like to the ball boy. Shot like this. I was like, what are y'all looking at? They looked at him let him shoot it. That's how they looked at him. He's shooting over 40% in threes.
I don't think that's how it was. Their defense is designed to keep you out of the paint. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, but you can't guard everything. You got to change up. You have to.
Yeah,
What's killing you?
You can't guard everything.
No, but if the Bucks made three threes that entire game.
Right.
They
lost because they didn't shoot their regular percentage and Boston shot slightly better.
Since they're shooting threes good, we got to defend the 3 today. We can't catch back up because we can't make a 3.
Yeah, but then Tatum scores 45 like he did in Game 6 and they win anyways.
I got a real
that you're giving the answer for like what teams should do to Dallas. Because Dallas only has 2 legitimate scorers.
So we're going to have to talk about that.
Boston has way more than 2 legitimate scorers.
I'm going to let Andy talk about it first, okay?
That's how, like, after Game 5 or whatever, Game 6, there's another buddy I know who's a big Suns fan, and there's a huge text thread, and I was like, the Suns should just let Luka do whatever he wants and stay on the shooters. You can let Luka score 45 if no one else does anything. And in the first half, for the most part, if... What's the name? What's the man's name?
Dinwiddie?
Been shit. Yeah, been shit the whole season or playoffs until that one game he decided that was a career game. So,
yeah, because he got a $500,000 bonus if they made that.
Him,
if they won. For real, I'm not even joking.
Every shot he made in the first half, except like maybe one layup, was contested. So if he just shoots his normal percentage, and the Suns play their normal offense, they're in the game. The problem for the Suns wasn't, in the first half at least, was not the defense. The second half was a different story because they were already out of the game and they're like, we don't care. And then Dallas shot 65% or whatever. If you look at the box score from the first half of that game, Luka had 27, Dinwiddie had 21, and the team only had 57. They had 48 of the 57 points. So the Suns' defensive strategy, for the most part, where you make them shoot contested jumpers, worked. Guess what? The Mavs' 2 guys just made their contested jumpers. But the strategy for Boston with Milwaukee is different because Boston has too many other guys that will murder you if you do that. Brown will murder you. Jason Tatum can score 50. Marcus Smart can get some, even though I don't like Marcus Smart. Even the point guard who comes in, the backup for Marcus Smart, can score. The kid from Oregon. Yeah, he can. Pritchard can score. He can.
Well, he did that.
Al Horford can get his. He's the 6'11" point god. He can get some. Who else do they have? They have
Derek White.
Yeah,
but he was
White
booty.
man. He can get some.
He's black and white. But he's the worst hairline of all time.
So, everyone knows me as, extreme fanatic Suns. And if you are a novice to Suns history, I'm going to run this down really quick. I've been hurt in my life from the Phoenix Suns, like extreme hurt. 2010, Kobe Bean Bryant to win a game, airballed a shot, and Ron Artest got a rebound to make a rebound.
That one sucked.
That hurt me to my soul.
That was a rough one.
The Suns played great defense for once.
Yeah.
And a Nash D'Antoni. Oh, that was Alvin Gentry, that was a rough one. They made Kobe airball, and Jason Richardson forgot to box out. That hurt. That hurt me in my soul because it was like we thought the Suns' run was done.
It was the climactic of that happening.
Yeah, you got put out by the Lakers, but it wasn't Kobe. I thought, that hurt. David Stern decided he wanted to suspend Amari and Boris Diaw for taking a half step on the court because Robert Horry body checked Steve Nash in garbage time. That was anger. I remember watching all the sports shows. Why would they do this? Blah, blah. Nobody could understand it. That's anger. So I got hurt. I got anger. A year before, Amari's out for the season. Suns still get the #1 record and then get put out by Dallas on their magical run. They had Boris Diaw running center, and the Suns still could do that. I didn't think they could win it that year, so denial was in there. They shouldn't have been there. The first year with Nash, Joe Johnson breaks his face. That's just bad luck. That was the year they could have done it.
That might have been the most unlucky thing in NBA playoff history, to be honest. That was one of the best teams
ever
we've ever seen.
Now you're right about that, and that happened. Oh, no, hold on. That was okay.
That was the first year.
Yeah, okay. But then it was like, they're really good. They come back. They didn't bring back. You talking about they didn't, like when Quentin Richardson on? They didn't bring back none of them cats.
Their teams are different every year.
And it was like, wait a minute.
Besides Amari and
Nash and Marion.
Yeah. That's when I was like, wow, hey, man, that is what broke face. Suns, that sucks.
The other one, the one I skipped, when we got Shaq. We putting the Spurs to work, and then Tim Duncan made a 3.
A lot of people forget about that Shaq run. They were a good team.
Shaq was 18-10. That was his average.
Yes, he was an all-star that year.
Yeah.
It was good.
And then if you go back to the 90s, you have Mario Elie, the kiss of death.
See, them Houston Rocket ones hurt too.
Yeah, and then you have obviously, you get put out by Jordan, but you don't get put out by Jordan. You get put out by John Paxson.
Right. But you still play Jordan.
Yeah. And then last year, it's up 2-0. We got this, bro.
Momentum.
Sitting. Devin Booker makes a wrong turn, doesn't see Drew Holiday. You're like, okay, but we got a team here. I thought I could not be hurt by the Phoenix Suns anymore for what I felt. I have never felt so embarrassed to be a Suns fan in my entire life. In my entire life. The 19-win Suns seasons from the 2000s or 2010s. I was there in the building. Let's go. Archie Goodwin, come on. DJ. Let's do Alex Len. Let's go. Doing some work. Tyler Ulis hitting a game winner. Let's go. Dragan Bender, come on, fam. PJ Tucker was in there doing work.
Archie Goodwin.
Fam.
That block of time, boy.
People thought Kentucky teams were super tight.
Yeah.
Archie Goodwin was a trash can.
And I was at those games. I was going to games all the time. That didn't faze me about being embarrassed. Earl Watson teams getting blown out by 53 games in a row. I was there.
Alex Len.
Because you know what? Those cats was out there trying.
Eric Bledsoe.
Yep.
Cats. Oh.
Now, what I watched on Sunday, I've never felt that way. And I did not turn the game off. I watched it until the very end to experience every emotion I could.
Yourself through.
And then I turned my phone off, and I did not turn it on until this morning. Now, I was answering some texts like wife, stuff like that, but I did not open social media. I did not go to any of my sports threads, and I was scared to this morning. And rightfully so, because when I open Instagram, the DMs, fam, from cats I don't even know. Like, that was the first message I've ever been sent from these fools. And I'm looking at their pages, and they're like fucking like Pistons fans and stuff. And it's like, okay, if you're a Mavericks fan, like, I get it. I'm here. Give me the shade. You don't even have a dog in the fight, bro. Like, why? I don't even know you. And the embarrassment level.
Look, the amount of messages I got about you insane. Some of them I didn't even repost. They made stories and I was like, I ain't gonna do all that. Like, I ain't, because I was mad.
Fam, it smells unbelievable in here.
It does, yeah. And so, the way I'd like to talk, I'm gonna put some blame on this right now in order. 1A is Chris Paul. 1A. If he's actually hurt, and he's been hurt since Game 3, because it's clear something's wrong. If he's actually hurt, and then continue to play through this when he's been ass and he knows he's been ass, you need to take yourself out, fam. Give it another shot. Game 6. You know, Game 6.
Listen to this because of what's happening next door.
Game 6 on the road. Sit down that game. Let campaign start. When he's with the starters, he plays pretty well. Give it a shot. Aaron Holiday off the bench. Let's try it. We're up 3-2. Never know. Dallas might not pregame for that or anything. 1B, Monty Williams, Coach of the Year. Fam, if you see Chris Paul out there dogging it like that, and you don't have a talk with him, like, hey, Chris, we're going to sit you Game 6, see what happens, and then rest up a little bit, we're going to get you Game 7 in, try something. No adjustments whatsoever. They came out and said, we're just going to play our game. Bam! So that's 1A, 1B. 2, DeAndre Ayton. Bro, I've never seen so much lazy... And I am not an Ayton fan all season. This motherfucker literally standing there complaining he's not getting the ball. Then when he gets the ball, there's nobody around him, and he's missing wide open layups and won't fucking dunk.
That video you made.
Well, if I never
to like about 100 people, I have about.
If I had never seen the highlight one,
no. Did you see the video he made
from the game?
Well, you actually recorded.
Yeah.
That. I sent that to no joke about
Game 5.
15 other threads that I'm in. I couldn't even believe that
the one
video.
where he spun one way and then Booker went like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fam.
So if I hadn't seen that, I probably would not have been as affected by that one play that Ayton made in Game 7. But he literally spun.
He was wide open.
Yeah, he spun away from the basket, and then there was still nobody there. All he had to do was jump and dunk the ball, and he missed the layup, and then missed the tip in. There's no one there.
That video is incredible.
And he's sitting there arguing on the bench with Monty, and there's like clips coming out now.
Well,
and Monty said, "Do you want to play?" And he said no, and they had to be separated on the bench.
See, I thought that happened in the locker room.
No, that happened
on the bench.
Someone needs to show Ayton that video. I'm not necessarily saying the one you recorded or whatever, but someone needs to show Ayton that video and just like sit down with him and just be like, so what?
And
yes, because then he'll understand.
No, because I'm sure they've shown him this. Because if you're not doing your jobs. Okay. And there's videos of him saying to Monty, I can't pass myself the ball. Fam, they don't want to pass you the ball because they know you're not going to do anything with it. You have Maxi goddamn Kleber guarding you. Fam, and when he's on you, you go you shake behind him and then do a little hook shot.
He dominated him in game 1 and 2, which made no sense why the rest of the series didn't play the same way. I don't get it.
And then number 3, Devin Booker. Okay. The one saving grace I will give Devin Booker is he looked like he was trying out there. That's it though. But he was pressing so hard. So? Trying? He was giving effort.
I feel like in the second quarter he really was, but they started panicking.
Well, yeah, because what he was trying to do in the first quarter, he was trying to hunt for fouls, which it was clear the refs weren't calling anything, and it's finally like, okay, let's go, let's play. Like, they're not going to reward flopping, let's go. And Booker's out there trying to hunt fouls. And it's like, fam, just go shoot the ball. But what they were doing, and this relates back to Chris Paul, because they were doubling Booker every time he got the ball, because they knew Chris Paul wasn't going to do anything.
They were doubling Booker quick.
And he got panicked.
I was in other threads, I was like, yo, they're jumping out on Booker quick. Like, they were jumping out in his face quick. They weren't even close enough. Like, he could have got a shot off if he wanted to, but 2 people were coming at him so big and quick, he panicked. Like, he got rid of the ball quick, and Paul couldn't do nothing.
Wouldn't do nothing. That's the deal.
Yeah, wouldn't or couldn't, I don't know. Because at the end of the game, he started making shots, and I was like,
fam, why don't you do this all 3 games? And then, like, the other guys...
You watched it till the end?
I watched the entire game.
And they were down 45.
I watched every second.
What is wrong with you?
I watch every second of every game. I watch everything. Huh?
Okay, well,
you know why I watched it? Because I was ready.
Turn the game off.
No, I'm not.
No, you know why? Because I was ready for a scrap at the end, and guess what? Almost happened.
Oh yeah, that
with
was
Boban. Boban was trying to scrap little Aaron Holiday.
I'm gonna tell you this.
You can turn the game off. It's okay.
Let me say it.
So that's my synopsis. Roll guys. Cam Johnson was trying out there, but the spots they were in, they just could not be successful. They weren't, and that goes back to Monty. They weren't giving them the chances to succeed because there was no game plan. It was clear. There's no adjustments.
There was no game plan.
So I saw effort from guys out there, certain guys, but like Biombo's out there trying his ass off, but he can only do so much with effort.
He only has so much talent.
Like Bridges,
you have to figure it out. So, he's probably gonna have to start.
Here's the thing: Bridges on defense. I don't know what happened to him.
I mean,
fam, he was.
Aiden's gone.
They're giving.
He gone.
They're giving.
Listen, in 6 months or whatever, everything will be forgotten.
No, Aiton. No. It came out today. Aiton has
gone. Cures all ills.
No,
just as well as I do.
It came out today that Aiton has been expressing that he doesn't want to play here anymore, and he's
going
gone.
To the Knicks.
No, he's going.
Confirmed.
I saw some speculation that the Suns have some interest, and they could get a star to a superstar front court player in a sign and trade with Aiton. So we'll see what happens.
Randall.
I'm calling superstar.
I think without the trade, but then they could get someone.
Let me tell you this, Andy. I appreciate your synopsis. I had no idea what you might say, because that was a real synopsis of like what took place.
Because I am an honest fan. I give critique when it's welcomed. Well, I might stand for Booker more than I will other players, and I humbly admit that because he's my favorite player.
One of my top 5 players.
Dallas gets some credit for this.
Oh, I wasn't done.
Hold on, whoa.
Get some credit.
No, they do. You can't give it though.
Coach of all time or the league. Or
that was stupid. That was dumb. Okay,
I understand that.
Hold on. Now let me. Hold on.
Monty got outcoached.
This is the thing that I feel.
No, I'm not going to go that far because
don't do that. Yeah, he did.
Let me finish. No, stop.
Yes, he did.
Okay, stop.
Yes, he did.
Stop. Dallas's first half offense and the Suns' first half offense were completely normal with the exception of one thing: the ball going in the basket. The Suns had
no. Talk series.
Nothing but what?
Talk series.
No, I don't need to talk the series.
It's a combination of it. Like people are missing the bigger picture of like why all of this happened. No,
there's not a bigger picture. Okay. The Suns were Dallas got blown out in Phoenix 3 times before this game.
Whoa.
There's no need to make adjustments when you've blown the team out by 3 times.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they did not. You even said it. Hold on. I'm going to give it. You know what? Let me get to it, okay?
I haven't even said what I wanted to say yet.
Fine. Say what you want to say then.
What point are you trying to make?
During the very first game, I had other points to get to before we get to that. During that very first game, I was texting in another thread. I said, the Suns don't look that good. You texted in our thread.
Hold on, stop. 45 to 20 at some point or something.
You text in our thread and said the Suns look fire and trash at the exact same time. They didn't look that
because
good.
They should have been,
hold on.
Because they should have been up 60.
And Andy said, yeah, they started playing with them, which could have been very, very right. Because it looked like, I didn't watch that first game and go like, woohoo. But then when Andy said that, I was like, yeah, they kind of toyed with him a little bit. Like, I don't know. Between you and a lot of other people I've been talking to in threads, they just cannot believe the Mavericks are a good basketball team. Now, hold on. The Suns against the Pelicans. The Suns had a hard time with the Pelicans, even though they won the series.
But Booker
4-2.
missed.
Hold on. They won the series, 4-2 against the Pelicans. Yeah. Pelicans got way more credit for how hard they played the Suns than maybe the Suns not playing as well as we thought they did. Now, hold on. The Mavericks already overachieved. I don't care what anybody says. They shouldn't have beat the Jazz. We blame the Jazz
Based
more.
on paper, yeah.
We blame the Jazz.
And Luka missed 2 games.
We blame the Jazz more than we gave the Mavs credit. We did. We were like, boy, Brunson balled out. That was there. We blamed them more. Then game 1 of Suns Mavs, you said it. Other people were saying it was like the Suns were
still
dominating.
up 20.
They were dominating, but it was something off.
No, it wasn't anything off. The fact that they weren't up 30 is my point when I said that.
Now, yes, because that was the point. It was like...
I understand that, but guess what? When you're still up 20, you're still up 20.
I think they ended up only winning by like what? 10?
Yeah, but they pulled the starters at like 8 minutes left.
19 and it won by 7.
Something about that first game looked weird. It did. Now, second game, blowout, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Go back to Dallas.
It can't look weird if game 2 you win by 20 again. It can't.
And game 5 they won by 30.
Something was different. But you know what? The entire series, not just you, I'm talking all my threads. Get these Mavericks out of here. Nobody had this happening. I'm talking nobody had game 7.
Okay, what point are you trying to make? Are you trying to say the Mavs are good?
That's the point I'm trying to make. The Mavericks are way better than people are giving them credit for. I know we don't.
Okay, here's the thing.
Look where we're at.
I don't think the Mavericks are that good. I think they are performing.
The Mavericks are the 4th seed in the West.
I understand that, but the West is actually not that good. No, the Mavericks stepped up.
If you say that, then you have to have a reason why you think they're good. Your reason can't be
they've been playing good defense all year. They're consistent in their basketball play. Their star is a star almost every single night. Not sometimes, not on every night. Luka's almost a star.
The Mavs.
Hold on.
You're saying hold on. Every game in the series was a blowout. What do you mean consistency?
Hold on. I'm talking about the season. Then you know what? The Mavericks are one of the few teams that said, you know what? We need some change. And they made change at the trade deadline and got some people and stuff like that. Now, those people haven't been doing what we've seen them do in the past, but they've been doing their job and doing enough, especially when you got a star and you got a great defense and a decent coach. Now, game 7, I don't care. If you only live in the state of Texas, if you thought Suns, Mavs, and 7, nobody thought that. The problem that I have with this too is, like you guys said, Aiden dominated them first 2 games.
Okay.
Every talking head, every show, everybody. Oh, Suns in the middle. It's cooked. How come nobody else knew that? Boom. How come they didn't keep that going? I don't care how mad Aiden is. I don't care how Aiden is one of the most skilled big men in the league. Period. Besides Embiid and Jokic, Aiden is up there in skill level. Mental capacity, I don't know. Now hold on. Game 7, every talking head, every show said Brunson and Dinwiddie can only eat when Luka isn't out there cooking. Right? Luka went out there in that first quarter, cooked. Luka went out of the game in the first quarter in 3 minutes left. He didn't come back into the game until 6 minutes left in the second. Dinwiddie and Brunson them got to do their thing. That was some supreme coaching.
That has nothing to do with coaching.
They didn't do that the entire series.
No, they were just...
Two were whacked the entire series.
Did you see the shots that Dinwiddie made in the game? Those are not shots that are normally made. That has nothing to do with coaching. That's literally, I'm shooting a jumper, a hand is in my face like this. That's a 10% shot. It happened to go in game 7. The Suns had wide open shots in game 7 and didn't make it. That's what happened in game 7. It's a very easy diagnosis.
Dallas and the opportunity to be put in the spot to make the shot.
48 of 57 points in the first half.
Facts.
Almost every single bucket they both scored was off the dribble. Those are not talking about putting someone in the right position. I dribbled, crossover, hit a long jumper, a low percentage shot. The Suns did not do the same thing on the other end. That's the game. That's the whole analysis.
The coaching comes down to Dallas's defense.
The analysis just can't be, we just made more shots than you didn't. That game was 46 points.
Go rewatch the first half. One team made contested jumpers. The other team didn't make wide open shots. Period. Ayton was out there missing layups, uncontested. That's the game.
But that's not like a rarity or something.
That's the game. The whole game.
No, that doesn't equate to being down by 46.
You're down 30 at half. What incentive do you have to play hard coming out of halftime?
Oh, yeah, they definitely quit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And honestly, I'll tell you,
the game was over in the first half.
When they were down by 7, Dinwiddie made 2 threes in a row, and then they panicked.
Yes, that's when
after
he missed
that.
the layup.
They panicked after that.
And he got 2 fouls that gave him 3, and he had to sit down. The game completely changed.
Now, here's my problem that I have the bigger picture and the talk about accountability and responsibility for it. I'm liking majority of what I'm hearing from Suns fans and stuff like that. Like, they're like, I mean, what is up? Like, they're mad. They should be mad, okay? It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be bothered by it. I don't like, now LeBron James, to me, started all that stuff. I don't like Booker and Paul's press conference.
No, Booker's press conference was fine because he took accountability. Yes, he did. Chris Paul did not. He just said, we'll be back.
Next year.
Yeah, fuck all that.
No way.
Well,
man.
Also after Game 6, he was like, it's just basketball. It's not like,
not
but
the end
yes.
of the world. Yeah.
And then Aiden skipped out on the press conference.
I have an issue with...
And then Monty took blame for everything, which he should, but he's protecting guys as well.
Like, I appreciated Cam Johnson was in tears. Mikal Bridges and the Cats was in tears because they knew how important they were throughout the year.
And they gave effort out there.
They knew, like, those aren't... Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges aren't... They're not engines of a team. They're like the transmission. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're these extremely better pieces than a lot of other teams have in the league, but they need something to get them going because they're so young. I appreciated that emotion from them. The Chris Paul, Devin Booker, them. I didn't like them even both being at the same. You got to come one by one and take them shots. All right, I'm sorry, you just do. You gonna have to take that heat. If you hurt, sit down. If you not hurt, sit down. Now look. Devin Booker, we've talked about it on the show before many times. He talks a lot. And I love Devin Booker. I've said it. Devin Booker is a top 5 player to me because he wants to be better than everyone else. I like that. I like Devin Booker trash talk. Now, Devin Booker goes out there and scores 30 and the Suns lose. Hey, man, it is what it is. But 0 for 11 in like the last 2 games of elimination or whatever, and threes and stuff like that. Like, I saw his numbers. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think a professional basketball team on accident could be that bad. It was mind blowing. Like, and I was furious. Man. At the very least, Western Conference Finals, fine. You lose to the Warriors. Fine, okay. I thought Suns Warriors was a guarantee Western Conference Final. Not even a question, all right? Now, at one point, it was like, dang, we might get a Mavs Grizzlies. Like, it was a little weird out here, but everybody did their job. There is no way. I would have bet $1 trillion.
That series was over so fast.
I would have bet. I legit would have bet the Suns blow the Mavericks out. I still can't believe what I watched. It was so bad, it's not even funny. The season that the Suns had, the 64 wins, it's like it didn't exist. That's how bad it was. And I did get bothered by everybody going like, it just ended abruptly. It was 7 games.
Yeah.
It was a process.
You know who the best player on the Suns was this entire series in entirety? It's Jay Crowder, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
He was averaging like 17, which he doesn't do, and he was guarding Luka half the time. And he was always giving effort.
I was telling people in the other threads and everybody else, I said, man, like everybody was like, oh, the average Ray Crowder shirts and this funny, the Luka Ho shirts and who should have won awards. I was like, just go play the game. I'm sorry. I never looked at the Mavericks as whack. Their players are just players. If you looked at the Suns on paper, besides Devin Booker and Chris Paul, now the numbers would say that all these Biombo and all these cats, like they're not supposed to be as good as they are, but the system is so great. The Suns system is great. I don't know what the Suns need. I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and say they won't be number one again next year. I don't know. Every other team is going to be.
It's hard to say that right now. You have no idea.
Last year, I didn't think the Suns would be as good as they are this year. I said the Suns would be like 8 seed or something ridiculous. And I was like, I'm about to win. I thought Suns would win a championship no matter what. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sorry. How many games did Chris Paul miss this year?
Like 20?
He missed like 20, and they still were winning. So it's like, what are you, like...
Suns were the third most injured team in the league this year.
People kept talking about Ja being out and how good the Grizzlies were. I was like, well, Chris Paul was out. They were still just as good. Now, we got a Devin Booker and the Grizzlies don't. But still, like, what are you talking about here? That was insane. I'm worried that the Suns... Like, my wife, no joke, is already fielding people who don't want their season tickets no more. They're like, we don't want them. She's like, well, maybe we'll take them. Like...
Well, I'm keeping mine. I'll be out there.
Man. I'm telling you, man, that was something else. That was something else.
Saving grace as the Diamondbacks turn their season around.
The Diamondbacks are playing so well.
Look, man, when's All-Star break? Mentally, I'm not there yet.
Dallas stinks.
Who winning?
I'm sorry. They get credit for Game 7. The Suns had no reasons to make adjustments in Game 7 when every game in Phoenix was a blowout to that point. Chris Paul was dead. That's why they lost. They didn't make shots. Dallas did make shots. Ball game.
Yeah, because the Suns were playing 5-on-4 out there because Chris Paul wouldn't do anything.
I have no problem losing. Losing is one thing.
You got 2 bogus fouls in a row that took him out of the game, and that's when Dallas went on the run. That's your ball game. It's not. We don't need to go all in depth on why Dallas is good or not. Dallas has a superstar, a second-level player who looks like he potentially can be a star, and Dinwiddie had the greatest game of his life.
Who's winning Warriors, Mavs?
I don't even know anymore because Warriors look whack half the time.
You're looking whack too.
No idea.
And Dallas looks whack half the time too.
I have zero interest in that series. I don't care.
Miami, that's gonna be good.
Boston, I have interest in.
But all these guys keep getting hurt. It's gonna ruin the series.
I don't know how much I really have in Miami, Boston. I do mindset, but I feel like it'll be just like. I don't know if it's going to be as good as the Bucks-Celtics series. That was a great series.
It should be 7 games, just like expected. Home team wins every game.
Who won this game today? Who won?
I didn't look.
I don't know. Miami was up 11 in the third quarter.
That's the thing. Like with injuries and stuff, it get melt.
Yeah, I
of 11, 5 minutes left.
Oh, who winning? Heat.
Miami.
Oh, and that one I'm going Heat, and then Warriors. I guess I'm going to go Warriors. But I wouldn't be shocked if the Mavs won. I don't look at them as bad, but I didn't look at them as that good.
They're not bad. They're.
Well, the Warriors are going to do this. They're going to put Draymond on Luka, and they're going to put Clay or Wiggins on Brunson or whoever. And
you just can't guard Luka. It's not even. It's inevitable. You
don't need to guard him. You need to guard everyone else.
Everyone else.
Yeah. And Suns weren't doing that in the Dallas games. I watched.
Games 1 through 6, they did not do that, and then in the first quarter, they tried to use that strategy,
and then they just hit ridiculous shots.
The only reason it backfired is because Luka and Dinwiddie made everything.
Well, the other part of it is the Suns were trying to fight over screens. They were letting the switch happen. Ayton was getting stuck out there in Dinwiddie and Luka, and
but I'm not. He's athletic. That wouldn't bother me at all. If you make a jumper over a 7-footer, fine.
Yeah.
Now, if a guy has a layup line against your 7-footer the whole game, that's different.
Well, that's what happens when McGee and Biombo would come in because they're not quick enough to stay with them. But anyways,
Dallas doesn't suck, but they ain't nothing special. If they won a championship, though, I mean, it is what it is. We've seen worse champions before.
I was hurt. Like, I was in it. Because, like, I make my plans around this. My life plans in these 2 months were made around what's happening. Because that's how dedicated I am. Because I have season playoff tickets, too. Like, I have to work around that. I've spent a lot of money on this stuff. So, luckily, I sold enough tickets that I didn't go to, like, basically, I went to the games for free. So,
I thought Suns fine.
They gave you no reason not to.
If they would have lost to the Warriors,
whatever. In wins and had their entire roster available for the playoffs. It made sense. The Suns.
I don't even know how you get better.
Were the favorites.
Favorite or second favorite for a reason.
I don't know how you get better. I just don't know how could you possibly get better. Like, getting better means you win 70. Like, what the heck? Like, we're talking about 64.
I mean, if you're in between 58 and 65 wins, whatever, you're the number 1-2 seed, it's fine. But, like, the good thing about the Suns is, besides Chris Paul, everyone's pretty young.
The problem teams have every year is they redesign their team to beat one team. You redesign your team to beat the Mavericks because the Mavericks shot lights out one game. It's a mistake.
Well, I think the Suns redesigned their team to beat the Bucks.
They did.
They redesigned their team to beat the Bucks.
I don't think so.
They did. I mean, they got center depth, which makes sense.
Way bigger in the middle.
That's a team you don't play until the very end, and maybe you play them 7 times total.
The thing is, the Suns got depth. They got better this year because they had depth at every position this year. Like, if you looked at point guards,
their young players got better.
Yeah, and that too. Yeah, because you look at like point guard. You got Chris Paul. You got Payne, who played well during the regular season, just disappeared during the playoffs. Aaron Holiday was.
He got to go.
Aaron Holiday was good. The ghost of Alfred Payton, even like
they got to go.
You got center. You got Ayton, McGee, and Biyombo. I mean, that's like perfect.
You might have to choose to get rid of Cam Johnson, too. If you legit want to have an opportunity to get better. The value of the Suns are those people. Aiden Johnson.
Well, they're trading Aiden for sure.
And Mikal Bridges.
They're good. I
don't want to.
Listen, if Chris Paul's done, that's it. You find another point guard. That's the bottom line. I don't know about the whole Aiden thing.
So
I don't think it matters.
I follow this stuff. So from like trustworthy insiders, they said the Suns have 3 players that are untouchable to trades: Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Mikal Bridges. Those are the 3 they say they're untouchable.
Well, that's all right. I'd trade. I'd have no problem getting rid of Cam Johnson. I like him. He's fine, but the value is like, you know what I mean? Like, the Suns have to win in the next 2 years. Like, they don't have a choice to me. Like,
I mean, with the system, if you fill in, Chris Paul's eventually going to be gone, so you have to fill in with that type of point guard.
He might be gone next year, not in physicalness, but in ability.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
the thing. He got old real fast. If it wasn't an injury, he got old fast, and if it was an injury, hopefully he's healthy next year. Because otherwise,
well, what they're talking about for next year is like they need to make Chris Paul the 3rd option. They need to rest him half the season or play him 20 minutes a game.
If there's anybody who should do load management, it's Chris Paul.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Like, if there's anybody,
and that's why it's his fault, because if he's like playing through injuries if you do that at 26, you'd probably be okay. Guess what? At 37, you ain't going to be okay after. Do you remember LeBron when he was putting up those 50-point games and then took 2 games off because he couldn't do it?
Yeah.
And he wasn't even hurt. He was just tired.
And that was the thing I got out of the Bucks series. Giannis was tired.
Oh, yeah.
He scored 200 points. What was it? 200 points?
Because nobody was helping him.
50 rebounds, something like that.
He had 100 rebounds and 50 assists or something.
That was the same thing as that game was the same thing as the Suns game. The Bucks couldn't make a single thing.
Couldn't make a single 3.
It had nothing to do with Giannis.
Well, no, it didn't. It was because he didn't have any help.
It didn't have nothing to do with Giannis.
I mean, he was tired too. You can be both. Yeah. I mean, he sat on that bench.
I saw him miss some layups.
He sat on that bench and was like, and it was third. I was like, who that man been working?
If his teammates would have been making shots and it went to triple overtime, he would have been
tired, annoyed, whatever you want to call it. He was something. All right. You ever do top 10 list and go home?
Whose team has gotten beat like that should have that reaction when they go to the bench. My point is,
I wish the Suns. Somebody would have got some tech, kicked over something. I didn't see emotion. Like, I hated seeing Devin Booker immediately leave the bench and go shake Luka's hand. Like, I hated it.
Do in that spot.
There's nothing you can do about it.
In that spot.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing you can do, but like they cowered. Like, they just got smaller and smaller and smaller. It was like, God dang, like, I don't know, like, you start showing some emotion, you mad, you something. They were just like this, like.
That's the thing. I'm so sick of these.
If they get mad, then
I'm so sick of these narratives like the media puts out about Luka and Devin Booker don't like each other. You look at them after the game and they're shaking hands and like hugging and.
Everybody in the NBA friends, except for Pat Bev and everybody.
And Pat Bev can shut the fuck up. Like, I'm sorry, shut the fuck up. And ESPN, you're trash for giving
Pat Bev because I'm a hater myself, but he is a geek. There's no doubt about it.
And F you ESPN for giving him a platform. You are trash, ESPN.
That's what you're supposed to do.
He has no dog. He has no dog in the fight.
Yes, that's the point. Like,
and shout out to Matt Barnes for putting him in his place.
It still was lame, even though I respect it.
It was lame
because it had no merit. You up there just lying.
Well, he got cooked. He got cooked by Paul one of those games, like
Game 7. 41, and then he pushed him in the back, and then he came out today and
last year.
and then he came out to say and said, "Hey, when I pushed him in the back, why didn't nobody fight me after that? It's like, fam, because they were on the way to NBA Finals because they didn't want to get suspended.
He's given 2 different stories to that, too. I heard one story about that because he said that, like, Paul did something or whatever. Then one time he apologized, like, I shouldn't have did that. Another time he did stuff.
Petty. I believe that. We see him on the court.
But if you put working like that on somebody, you're going to be petty.
Paul was probably one of the most hated players in the league
easy,
at one point. Like, people just don't like Chris Paul. Yeah, he still is. But, look, like I said, the Pat Bev thing, it's like people give a lot of credit to JJ Redick, okay?
Because JJ's a fantastic analyst.
Whoa. JJ Redick is
Redick doesn't play games to get clicks.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but see, JJ Redick is a fantastic analyst when you're sitting across a Stephen A. who's primarily entertainment with opinion, and you sit across Pat Bev. I listen to JJ Redick podcast, one of the most boring things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, because it's not hot takes.
But see,
it's actual basketball analyst.
But see, that's why JJ Redick is so, like, now, because he has to have that opposite of him. We talked about it, like you said, like somebody who's going to start a podcast of like just sports facts. No one cares.
Casuals don't care.
No one wants to hear because you got to have something that draws you in that matters. Huh? I mean, we do a sneaker podcast and we say some of the craziest stuff we ever, and we're talking about inanimate objects, but like, it just is what it is. It's the entertainment balance thing. Like, it is what it is. Now, Pat Bev going on a tour run. All right, settle down. You been on First Take? Cool. But, like, First Take, NBA Jump, Get Up. All right, Pat Bev.
And he's too ugly to be on the screen. Like, get out of here.
I've never heard a Pat Bev discussion, so I was really intrigued in it. But, like, I mean, come on. You get an enemy. You get a Pat Bev enemy. A Chris Paul enemy, you have them talk. That's TV.
The funniest thing I saw from that is, because he said, like, oh, no one... When they're playing the Suns, like, nobody's preparing for Chris Paul because he can't play. We go out and party all night, but if we play the Warriors, I'm in bed by 8. And then someone posted Chris Paul's stat line for Game 7 where he dropped 41 on him. It's like, yeah, you were out too late that day.
Pat Bev is a loser, but I respect it.
Okay. Let's do the top 10 list so we can get out of here, because it is late. We are doing top 10. Damn, you wrote it on paper today? Oh, let's go.
Gotta do it late.
Top 10 arcade games to us. Go look at my list, Rico.
I'm not looking at your list.
Oh, Simple moves. Be cheating on the test.
Right.
Simple used to be like this
during the draft.
Right.
Oh yeah, so I think.
Oh, dude. That's a draft.
Yeah, Kyrie's I better than Kobe's. No, I'm
stealing your picks.
Who wants to go first? Okay,
I'll go first.
I'll go first.
Whatever. Or we can just start there and go around.
All right, I'll go first. All right, y'all cool with that? Yeah. All right.
You got
I have no honorable mentions.
I do.
I
should have some honorable mentions, but when I think back to some of these, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, this was a hard list for me.
Can I say one more thing about the Suns really quick because it's relatable? Yeah. That stomping on the jersey thing. Oh, yeah. That is the lamest thing I ever seen. Because first of all, they weren't even stomping; they were fake stomping. Second of all,
they just bought that.
Second of all, that was a fake jersey. So they got that from DHL Gate for $30. Third of all, that was at Cobra Arcade. Relatable, Cobra Arcade. And I'm sorry if you go there on to the club part of it, but it's trash.
Cobra Arcade is?
Yeah, because it turns into a nightclub at night, and all you see on every weekend is people scrapping inside Cobra Arcades. Yeah,
I got
because when I first used to go there, like when it first opened, it was an arcade. That was all. I mean, they had drinks, but there was no dance floor and like grinding and twerking and
wrapped out the building. I'm like, yo, this joint is too jumping now. It was supposed to be a hangout. Now it's
fam.
Yeah, and before it used to be free. All the arcade games were free when they first opened. Now nobody even plays all freaking.
A lot of their joints now and then be broke, though. They don't even.
Yeah, because everyone be scrapping and spilling drinks on.
There's still one that
they're doing Street Fighter mock fights.
All right.
There's a bar like Camelback.
Oh, I've been there.
Central that has them.
Plus one or something. Is it One Up?
Just west of Central.
By the light rail stop.
There's a Level Up in Gilbert, downtown Gilbert.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of.
And that one's free. Yeah,
It was when I went there. Yeah. I don't know now.
I was there like 3 years ago, or 3 years ago. It was free. They had a lot of good games too. All right,
top 10 arcade games to me.
Obviously not
and
to you. Obviously not to you, because you made a list of satisfy the people. Obviously
Number
not
10.
to you.
I don't expect this to be on anybody's list. Number 10, Rampage. Okay? Now look, Rampage.
They got Rampage at that bar.
Rampage didn't age really super duper well. But like Rampage was fire. You go climb up the building, you punch the side, you take a human out and eat them, and you make the building fall to the ground. Going to the top, going like that, and that building fall, racking up them points. It's on fire. When a helicopter come, you be like this.
Yeah.
Punch that helicopter. Number 9, I got Afterburner. Now I just love any fighter jet game. I don't care. That joint is just always fire. Especially the one at the big machine that you sit in and you like this and you get to lock your target. I love anything like that. That
is a correct take, sir.
Number 8. Now this may be very low, but I have a reason. I got Street Fighter 2.
Oh yeah, you smoking something.
Now Street Fighter 2, this is why I got Street Fighter 2 low, is because it was fire. I mean, it had an era. Like I'm talking about like a get into the arcade, beeline.
Quarters on.
I mean, you wait to play that, all right? But as it progressed, it got whacker. It looked better, but it had no character development. Once you got the tournament edition and you got Sagat and Balrog and then Bison them, then it started coming out with like Cammy and all them.
You
It was like,
hated on one of the greatest games.
hold on,
Just because of that.
hold on. Number 8. I'm
Also,
sorry.
Street Fighter 3
Hold on.
Third Strike and Double Impact are incredible games.
Don't nobody even know what that is.
No one knows what
That's number 8.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike is?
7.
Fam.
Hold on. Now, number 7, I got Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh my god.
Hold on. I need you to listen to why I have it over Street Fighter 2. Is because...
No, I don't need to listen.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, Marvel vs. Capcom, I'm talking about just...
Marvel vs. Capcom was on my list, but I put it
It's
in
incredible as a game. Visually, the colors, it's just good. Now, it was very smart to combine Marvel and Capcom because, like I said, you could only take Capcom characters so far.
People are gonna be
And a
weird.
lot of Marvel
Back in the
characters,
comments.
if you weren't a major Marvel
Marvel
character like
versus
Spider-Man,
Capcom is
Iron Man, and them,
unbelievable.
you didn't care about some of them. So you combine the two, you got a character list of about 40 people to choose from. A Ryu versus an Iron Man or a Magneto versus whoever. That was fire. And now you was doing combos that was just incredible. Now, the reason why I do have it at number 7 is because a lot of stuff on there was so out of control. You should have died from the first laser shot. I mean, they was doing... the laser was the entire
game was
screen.
broken as shit.
Fire, though.
Yeah.
All right, doing like a 80-something combo. Fire, all right? Number 6, I got the Simpson Arcade. Simpson Arcade, I mean, come on. That Simpson Arcade game was incredible. Even the one that came out on Super Nintendo, the bar. Come on, man. That
game was hard.
Different. It was very hard. It was different than the one I'm talking about. But that arcade, Marge with the vacuum cleaner. Like, come on, man. Homer had the bowling ball. Then these Bart had a skateboard.
Lisa had the saxophone.
Lisa had a saxophone. That game was fun. You got 4 of the homies and y'all playing it and stuff like that. That joint was fire. Number 5, I got Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles time.
Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time or regular Ninja Turtles. It's fire. Ninja Turtles might be the worst age cartoon characters of all time. No one cares about Ninja Turtles. My kids, Cortez can't stand Ninja Turtles.
They've revamped Ninja Turtles like a bunch of
got
times, and
revamped
people
so
absolutely
long.
still care about
I'll tell you
Ninja
why
Turtles.
it doesn't matter. Because kids today like Star Wars. When was the last time, besides the Mandalorian show,
my kids
Star Wars was relevant?
No, hold on. My kids don't like.
Why do
Cortez
5,
doesn't like
6, 7,
Mandalorian.
8-year-olds know anything about Star Wars?
Because that's a parents thing. Every kid that I know that watches all that Star Wars stuff because their parents make them,
No.
and now they're into it. They're into it.
Hannah's nephew Mac had a party. All the kids from school love Star Wars. I highly doubt he went and picked the ones out only that like Star Wars.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I know why I like Star Wars because I was there.
It makes no sense.
Now, Ninja Turtles in that era, I mean, you couldn't argue Ninja Turtles. Cartoons, the movies, it was phenomenal.
When you look back, the movies are kind of whack.
Well, 1 and 2 were fire.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are really good.
No, now it's
3
like,
is bad.
Yeah, I mean,
3
you
is
watch,
bad.
you watch it now, you just laugh. 1 is fun, but 2,
1's still good.
Ooh, they be like, go Ninja,
Go.
Ninja. Come on, I had that soundtrack to that. I walk around school like this, like
Fam, when Super Shredder
LA,
busted
It's
out
the
the
green
dog,
machine, gonna rock the
that
town
sucked.
without being seen. Have
Super
you ever
Shredder
seen
came
Turtle
for
Get
about
Down?
4
Slam
seconds
it
and then
into
died. He
Yeah.
died from a dock falling on him.
yeah.
Stupid movie. Number 4, Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2, you can argue is one of the greatest arcade games of all time.
Well, that's the argument you're currently making. So.
Hold on. No, this is a to me. This ain't all time. Actually, it is. It is to me, actually. Okay, but look at me.
No, it's not.
Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 1 didn't age well. I can't believe they were in the... Hold on. I
None
can't...
of this shit age well.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm talking about the arcade machine. I would still play Mortal Kombat 2 on arcade and not play it on the console. Even though the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 2 was fire. It was almost equivalent. Afterburner, I'd still play. Ninja Turtles, I'd still play. Simpsons, I'd still play.
What does that have? You still watch...
You said it didn't age well.
We still
they
watch Wesley
fine.
Snipes movies. That doesn't have nothing to do with aging well. We still watch it. It's the same thing.
Don't bring Wesley into this. Just don't.
It's the same thing.
Don't bring Wesley into this.
Don't disrespect some legends.
We just got through talking about Nicolas Cage earlier too. Though.
Yeah, you
so
missed
like, don't just stick to the arcade games.
The same thing.
Mortal Kombat 2.
Watched Passenger 57 the other day.
Fire.
Yeah,
Saved them all.
One of the worst.
Except the one that got shot. Except the one that got shot. Look, Ninja Turtles Mortal Kombat 2 was leaps and bounds over 1. I can't believe they were in the Supreme Court. Mortal Kombat 1 is the one that got the ratings on the games, the mature and stuff. And it's stupid, you look at it. That little heart when he came on the it was like, that's garbage. Mortal Kombat 2 was leaps and bounds better than 1. The colors, the vibrancies, the characters, Katana, Melina, all them. That game was fire. The level fatality, it's still fire. And Mortal Kombat 11 right now, I play that at the house. I mean, good lord. It looks real. It's a lot going on. I'm talking, it's anatomically correct everywhere. Guts, hearts, everything it's fire. Number 3, I got Time Cop. Time Cop 2, all right? Now, I can't confirm this or deny, but I feel like that was the first game that had like a real burner. I'm talking about with the slide, when you shot.
It's not, but...
It may not be. I think maybe Terminator 2?
Oh, with the actual cock?
Yeah.
Okay, I was... Pause.
Yo.
I was thinking something else. When I do my list, I'll tell you. Yeah, okay.
So,
okay.
And then you can hit the pedal and hide and come out. Like that. Fire. I used to play that all day. Number 2, I got NBA Jam. Not NBA Jam 1, I got Tournament Edition. I mean, come on, man. It's NBA Jam.
I thought you said you had Pac-Man on your list. Didn't he just say number 1?
I'm at number 2.
Oh.
NBA Jam. Boom shakalaka. He's on fire.
He's heating up.
I mean, incredible. You get to play with only... Two players? Two players.
But you could pick from 4.
Two of the best players.
Yeah. Starks and Ewing.
You know, then we had the codes. You play with Raid and the Scorpion and Big Heads and Little. Like, the game was incredible, all right?
And holds up.
And holds up. Number 1.
Well, the new version is way better. That's why.
Number 1, Pac-Man. Pac-Man, if I went to go play Mortal Kombat 2 or not, I got to think like, oh, shoot, what them... You never forget how to play Pac-Man. It's only a joystick. It's the easiest game of all time. It's one of the... Hold on. Yeah.
Because the joystick...
But hold on. I'm talking about not just you, me, my mom can play. Everybody knows how to play Pac-Man. Pac-Man is the arcade of arcade games, huh? I'm talking about the goal is to avoid bad guys, get the power-ups, mob around, eat fruit, and you good, fam.
Mob around.
And enjoy this fight. Now, the only issue with Pac-Man is every level is the exact same, just different colors and different speeds. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't until later on down the road where it got a little bit bigger and stuff like that or whatnot. But Pac-Man, to me, is the number 1 arcade game of all time. Well, this is fire, huh? And that's my top 10 list of top 10 arcade games to me, fam. What you got?
All right. I have a lot of honorable mentions, so I'll go through them quick, fast. Robotron. Honorable mention. If you guys aren't familiar with Robotron, so you know Robotron?
No, I'm laughing because he said
it's top down. Nah, not a lot of people have heard of it, but it's one of my favorite games. It's like a top-down view, and you're a little guy, and you shoot, and you're like, I like it. Honorable mention, Mortal Kombat. Honorable mention. Yeah, honorable mention Mortal Kombat. Honorable mention Pac-Man.
He thought the movie was more fire.
Honorable mention. No, I love Mortal Kombat. He's right though. Mortal Kombat 2 is way better. It's still not on my list because I didn't think of it, and I don't want to change my list now.
Arcade game.
You didn't think of Mortal Kombat 2?
Nah, I didn't think of 2. Because when I think of the arcade, I think of Mortal Kombat. I think of.
I don't.
Yeah.
Obviously not. Then make your top 10.
House of the Dead. Honorable mention.
Yes, that's a good one.
House of the Dead's really, really good, but
really
then Dreamcast came out with Typing of the Dead, and that's more fun. Gauntlet, honorable mention. Dig Dug, honorable mention.
Shouldn't be an honorable mention.
And then honorable mention the X-Men arcade game.
X-Men was a really good one.
So good.
I just couldn't put X-Men, Ninja Turtles, and Simpsons. They were like the same.
They're all beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
I tried to keep it one per thing. Number 10, the Sega Daytona racing game. Daytona 500, whatever. That's fire! Oh, that was like...
It came out after Outrun.
That was one of the first,
Outrun was like the mid-'80s.
No,
I would have put
that was
USA, if anything.
I was thinking Cruising USA. That was... Sega Daytona was one of the first ones
They're
that...
both like mid-'80s. The one he's talking about came out
I remember
early 90s.
driving. Yes.
Daytona had a better setup, though, at the arcade.
Absolutely.
Way better.
Number 9, Donkey Kong, because it's Donkey Kong. Number 8, Star Wars Arcade. Like he said, it's just a joystick. It's a joystick, it's got a trigger, and it's got a button on the top. It took you through the trench run on the Death Star, took you through the duel with Darth Vader in Empire Strikes Back, and it took you to the Battle of Endor. Fire, with one joystick and 2 buttons. Incredible. Eerie. Number 7, NFL Blitz.
All right, that's respectable.
Eerie.
So I think of that as a Nintendo 64 game.
Right? A lot of people do. It's more fun in the arcade.
About it for arcade,
Choice.
but NBA Jam blows Blitz.
You might have that on there too.
Okay.
Number 6, the Simpsons arcade game. For the aforementioned. So
that at
good.
6 too.
All the comedy, the artwork was all fantastic. Number 5, NBA Jam. For the aforementioned. NBA Jam.
low.
It's a classic. All right, relax. Number 4, Street Fighter 2. I was going to have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the list, but Street Fighter 2 was just a phenomenon. Number 3, Time Crisis. Time Crisis is fire. That's a light gun game.
That's the first one where you could reload off screen. And
That's the one I think you said Time Cop, but I think you're talking about Time Crisis.
Maybe it's it had like the
Yeah, it had the thing,
boxes.
and it was boom, 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 and then
Time Crisis.
Yep,
Then
Yeah.
Time
I
Crisis.
said Time Cop.
Fire.
Dang it, Time Cop was Van Damme.
I don't think you said Time Cop.
I did. I did. Time Crisis. Dang it.
Pac-Man's not on my list.
It shouldn't be on anyone's list.
Number 2,
Unless you actually played it a lot and love it.
Miss Pac.
Love it.
Miss Pac-Man's number 2. No,
Miss Pac-Man is better.
Miss
but
Pac-Man
neither one
is-
of them should
yes,
be anywhere near
correct.
top 50.
I
I
think.
mean, what was better about it? I don't remember.
I think the story about it is they wanted to like make more levels, and they were like these hackers wanted to do it, so they wanted to change out all the circuit boards to like give more levels and stuff like that. I might be butchering the story, but to give more levels and stuff like that. So then the Pac-Man people were just like, "Fam, we'll just make you a new game," and they put a bow on her, and boom, Miss Pac-Man. That was basically the Pac-Man
Put
sequel.
a bow on him. And then called him Miss Pac-Man.
Yes. Number
What's up,
one.
Dave? Put some lipstick on
Yes,
her.
they didn't change any of the genitals or anything. Just-
They did. They didn't give her a blouse. Nothing.
Number 1 to me, Galaga.
It's a great game.
It's a great game.
Galaga's
I love
hard,
all.
man.
I think of
difficult.
Galaga more as a
I
Nintendo
love
game.
all
but-
those top-down spaceship.
Nintendo game.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'll get to it when I do mine.
Galaga was hard. All
Galaga's
the games
rough.
were hard.
You can only get to like level like 9 or 10 before you lose all your stuff.
What was one
But
called Centipede? That was hard.
Centipede is brutal.
man. That's-
I thought about having Asteroids too. Asteroids is a good game.
Asteroid's hard.
They're
and
rough.
boring. I think of Asteroid. I think of Texas Instruments calculators. I don't even know. Oh,
Fire.
Lord. All right,
Top 10
Andy.
Texas Instruments games.
All right, so honorable mentions. I have Marvel vs. Capcom. Like Greg said, like you got so many characters to choose from. And,
Unbelievable.
You know, just them fighting each other too. Like,
Spider-Man versus Ryu and stuff. Come
what
on.
they
That was
say?
a dream come true.
Name a better crossover. Like,
Yeah. But we never got. Did we ever get Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat? We never got that, right?
I mean,
We
maybe
got,
later on.
I don't think we did.
it
We
was-
got like Mortal Kombat in DC.
In DC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DC.
Yeah, we got that garbage, but then they didn't put fatalities in it because the DC character didn't want that. You know,
And they were out of
Another honorable mention, Donkey Kong. You know, it's first time you see Mario, but I think of more of that as like a console game. Then I have Galaga as honorable mention because I think of that as the console game. And then Time Crisis is another one. For me, like, so I was born in '88. My dad had a Nintendo like early on, and he also had bootleg games from Japan. And we had this one. The one cartridge that had 256 games on it. So what you could do you go to the end and you could put how many lives you had. So you could see how far you could actually go. And you could put 100 lives on there. With like Galaga, you still only get to like level 30 or something because it's so hard because
Galaga's
everything's
rough.
moving so fast.
that game was impossible.
Yeah. All right, so number 10. And like I said before, I think of some of these as console games. I have The Simpsons at number 10. I didn't play it too much in the arcade. I started out in the arcade, but I remember my dad's best friend, they had a Nintendo as well, and they had The Simpsons on that as well.
Wait, on Super Nintendo?
No, regular Nintendo.
Was Simpsons on regular Nintendo?
They had the one with the aliens.
Bart versus
that
Space
one
Aliens.
was freaking.
Yeah, you could. You could barely beat the first
Oh
level.
my god! Now the Super Nintendo one, I don't remember. I can't. That was where you had the skateboarder, you the aliens, and you could pick up the paper. The purple
That was
paper.
in regular Nintendo too.
Yeah. Okay. No, that was the
Bart
one I'm talking
versus
about.
Space
Yeah.
Aliens.
Regular Nintendo. Now the one
Yeah.
on Super Nintendo, I can't remember.
I think it was
exactly
the
how
arcade.
Oh yeah. Okay, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's hard to remember.
Ooh, that Nintendo one was almost impossible.
Yeah, you could maybe get the fastest first level.
Oh my god.
But like I said, it's like The Simpsons were the height of like everything. Back then, and for them to get a video game is insane. Like, Marge's out there with a freaking vacuum.
Cleaner.
Number 9. So my uncle had these 2 arcade games growing up in his basement in Ohio, and he had both these are on my list because I spent every summer playing these. I got so good at them because that's all I did. Because what you did, you put the quarter in, come out the bottom, play as many times as you want.
Yep.
Number 9, Dig Dug. Dig Dug was an extremely hard game
Dig Dug's super
after
good.
you get past the first few levels. But, ghosts coming at you through the sand, got to run back and forth, blah, 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 blow them up. You pump them 3 times, run away, Game was incredibly hard.
It was on my list, just didn't make the cut.
Big Dog's fire.
Yeah.
Ice Brothers too. Ice Bros.
Yeah, Ice Bros. Yeah.
Ice Climbing.
Number 8, I have Mortal Kombat 2. I mean, what more can you say about it? I
Yeah.
mean, they have how many games now? 11, 12?
11, 12 comes out
but
next year.
The characters are so good. Like,
Yeah.
Street Fighter, it's like they're more similar.
Yeah, they started coming out with versions of them. Like
Yeah.
Ken and Ryu, I never understood that first. And then they came out like Akuma, and then like there was a girl guy like with the Cammy.
And Dan. He was the whack one.
But you come in Mortal Kombat and you have all these like, big, small ladies, like monsters, like
characters,
and like the finishing moves.
Oh yeah, the fatalities.
Yeah.
Then they had babalities, friendships, all that.
Yeah.
Street Fighter had Dan.
Number 7, I have.
Street Fighter, you beat Alexis up, fam. Look out.
Then you beat up that
that's
LS300 or whatever. Like that.
You got to do that double kick.
Stupid.
That kick down.
Yeah, or
Extra
E-Honda.
points.
E-Honda with the
Well, yeah.
either
Well,
one.
who uses E-Honda, fam? Use Ryu and Ken. That's it. Maybe Guile every once in a while. All the other characters are whack.
Number 7, Pac-Man. And you can put Miss Pac-Man. It doesn't really matter. It's the same shit. But
Yeah, I don't remember the difference. Like
it's the most iconic arcade game of all time. And it's not argument. It's the most iconic.
It is,
When you go, like, all the stuff they've retroed at, like, Walmart and everything, like, those sell out because people still want them. You go into the bars, like, they might have 2 arcade games in there. Pac-Man's in there.
fun.
Or that table with
The tabletop one. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Pac-Man's fun.
Yeah,
He
I'll
said
still
it's
go in and play.
boring.
Like, see how far you get, and then
Good Lord. You a simpleton,
You
huh?
fall asleep playing Pac-Man. He's so bored.
You playing all day with the most joy anyone's ever seen.
No one said all day. Did nobody say all day? Don't do all that.
Yeah, look at
You pull up and play a few games of Pac-Man. See how far you get before you die. I'm bored.
number 6, and a specific reason for this one, Rampage. So they had 3 characters you could play with. I have 2 brothers. It was a game we could all play together
God, you could play all the same time. I forgot about that. Acclimated
as
Fire
a
2.
team. Go busting down those buildings and stuff. And usually games had like 4 or 2. But having 3 of us, it was hard to find a game where we could all play and it'd be the perfect difficulty level for that. Because like the 4-player ones, like if you don't have 4 guys playing, like it's hard. And they had that later on I think Nintendo 64, like a vintage one, and we played it on that still.
I did too. I bought it for that too. It was fired.
Yeah.
All of you, come on, man. A tank come through, roll up, and you punch that tank in the face.
You jump down the building and smash, like...
Yeah. Come on, man. They used to die in the building, they fall off.
Yeah. Turn into the mini one and like...
Oh, that's
no,
right.
human or something. They'd be naked.
Oh, they would turn
naked.
into a person. That's
and they'd be
right.
naked and they slink away.
Fire, huh? You better have Rampage on your list, huh?
I never saw the movie, though.
No, me neither.
I did.
I don't think anyone did.
Brilliant.
It was on your list last week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Man,
right.
Cortez.
Rampage is obviously an iconic game and fun, but it is not a top 10 game.
It is.
Not even close.
Number 5, Street Fighter 2. I mean, you guys said enough
What can
about
you
it. It's
say?
great. I mean, I remember In 8th grade, my brothers were at nationals for soccer, and it was in Utah. And my parents used their timeshare in Park City at this ski resort, and they had an arcade in the basement with like 6 games, and Street Fighter was in there. And then my homie Jason came with us on that trip. We skipped the soccer. We just stayed there all day and played Street Fighter 2. They also had Marvel vs. Capcom, and we just played those.
A lot of your family had arcade machines. Y'all
no,
rich.
they were at a resort.
They were at a resort.
We were at a resort.
Oh, you said like your uncle, whoever had 2
Yeah.
in the basement, and you say you came. I'm like that.
I always said I'd get a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 machine, and then I never did.
You can buy one now, $5.99.
Yep.
I looked it up.
Number 4. So my top 4,
Let me know. I'll come over.
top 5 actually. You could move each one. It doesn't really matter. They're all could be number 1 to me. Number 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like
Yeah.
the best 4-player beat 'em up game of all time to
Ever.
me.
I never wanted to be Michelangelo though, or Donatello.
I always wanted to be Donatello.
I had to be Leonardo or Raphael.
See, we can get along.
I like the
I needed
swords. Like,
Donatello.
I like the
needed
swords.
Yeah.
The reach.
I feel like you had more reach, but you really
spin
didn't.
it. No,
And he was the leader.
Donatello
too.
had more reach.
And he was like the leader.
Donatello was a nerd, but I don't know what you're talking about. Michelangelo, he was the coolest one. I mean, what you talking about? You didn't want to be.
There we go.
I never thought Michelangelo was cool. I thought
We're
Raphael
all in
was
the
cool.
room.
the only one who's cool.
No,
is a bad
Raphael was
attitude.
cool.
I know.
Yeah,
we
that
could
was
play
cool.
right now.
We can play right now. See, we all like different
Right.
turtles.
Raphael.
Michelangelo's the surfer dude. Hey, ain't 10, dude.
I didn't get into all that. No, we all would have picked that, bro. I didn't get into all that. No. I like Leonardo because he had the level head. I like Raphael because he was the tough guy. And yeah, and he had a katana. I didn't want a sai. Now, a sai was the best looking weapon. Everybody wanted a sai, but you know how to use it.
Raphael
Man.
was.
I know that, but I'm saying like I
said
thought
that's
the
your second
hold
character?
on. I said I think the sais was the best weapon because I mean they would just sai. They would just whatever. Now, the katana is the best weapon to have. Like, come on, I'd have a sword than any of them. But the sides were dope. You know, Raphael used to.
And then purple one, he had a stick.
He had a stick. Yeah, like,
The stick was fire. He had that
Right.
reach. He was smart. He put together all their.
man, he bonk.
He
Like,
was a nerd. Huh?
like this.
Yeah.
And that
He had the
game
turtle
was
van. He,
hard.
like,
It was hard.
Engine-
That
the
game
turtle
was
van?
hard.
It was
Donatello
hard.
was
Huh?
number 4, bro.
And I still know
You're number
where all
4.
the villains come out. Like, I've memorized this game so well.
Worse to me.
Remember them little robot things that come
That-
out?
Yeah, and they go and they shock you. And they
Yeah. Remember when they come out in the
Shell
sewer
shock.
level?
Yeah, shell shock.
They come out in the sewer level and, like, jump up out of the
Yeah.
water. You couldn't even see them coming.
This game was fire.
That game-
Surfing
still
levels
fire.
and
Why-
the
You're
sewers.
shaking your head for it. Ninja Turtles not on your list?
Relax.
Oh, you're doing a lot of shaking over there.
Relax.
Right, you've been mad disrespectful to everybody's list. Huh?
Because here's the thing.
Your list is trash, number 1. So
Here's the thing.
this
Ninja.
list is definitely trash. It had the best video game of all time. The 2 games of all time. Bar none.
Almost get it out.
Bar none. To say it without reaching top level anger. You know what I'm saying?
And the best thing about Ninja Turtles is it was hard, but you could get good at it.
You could.
And you could slowly progress throughout the levels after a certain amount of
Those
time.
type of games too, you didn't mind putting your quarters in after
No.
you die. Like you kept going.
Yeah.
You know, there was certain other games like House of Dead and stuff. I used to love it, but after a while, you're like, I
Yeah.
can't beat this. Too many times.
Yeah. All right, number 3. I'm surprised nobody had this yet on their list, but it's maybe because I was younger and I grew up with this. Cruising USA.
I thought about
well,
having Cruising
yeah,
USA.
though
on the list.
Cruising USA,
That's a good
any of those I think is fine.
Yeah.
You know, but Cruising USA is the one I would have picked out of all the racing games.
Yeah, because here's the thing. It was like the first game I can remember where everyone had their own machine and you could link up and race together with however many machines they had. And like you could put automatic or clutch. You could be out there like you really busting gears and you hit the double
really
pump on the
whip it.
gas, shoot
yeah,
out.
they're off them hills,
All the
yeah.
maps were really good. Like that was another game in that resort I was talking about they had down there, and they had 2 of them. Me and Jason would just sit there just driving, being
Whipping.
Yep. Number 2. So this is probably my favorite game of all time. It's a vintage one, and it was really hard, but this is the other one my uncle had, and it was Centipede. Centipede
Too
is
hard.
hard. We would
way
go
too
back and
hard.
forth trying to get the high score.
It wasn't even fun. That's how hard it was.
Oh, I'm still pretty good at it. Like, when I used to go to Cobra Arcade, like first game. Honestly, the first game when I walk in an arcade, I go play Centipede first. Get my hand-eye coordination right, because that's what you need to have.
That's just training.
It is. It's my warm-up game. Because like good at you only need to crack one knuckle. But But those shits be falling, like the ghosts be flying by, the things coming.
That
Like
game is way too. It's too many things flying.
exactly.
I hate that.
I got so good at that game. Like you get those higher levels, and the thing comes down like this. Like
No, I can't do that. That's not becoming too quick. Punch him right in the screen.
that's probably my personal favorite game of all time, just nostalgia wise, and it's just something I played all the time. Like I'm not on the console, it's not as good.
No way.
You just need that joystick.
Computer was. Yeah, you need the joystick.
Number 1, NBA Jam. I mean,
Can't be mad at it. Boom shakalaka.
for its time, it was pretty revolutionary. Like what they did with it, they made it a 2-on-2 full court game.
It was fire.
You could dunk from the 3-point line.
We would play that all
Yes.
Mills.
day.
And if you back then, today, you go to any arcade, line. Still.
What it was like a little kid's dream. Like, I mean, it was one thing to like you couldn't dunk yet as a kid, but then and you could do backflips.
Yes, I was saying.
Like it was like everything you
Acrobatics.
dreamt of as a kid. Like, and then plus like the teams. Well, they were pretty much equal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you didn't pick like the Cavs or.
Yeah, like there were teams that you didn't
Bulls
pick.
didn't lose.
There were teams that you didn't pick.
You picked the
The
Jordan
Bulls
wasn't even
didn't
on the
lose
ball,
to
though.
who was that team?
Jordan
They,
wasn't on NBA Jam.
Yeah, Jordan was in
Never,
NBA Jam.
never,
Whatever version I played had Jordan on
never.
it.
Oh,
Never.
you couldn't beat
It never.
the Bulls couldn't beat the Pistons or something like that.
They only had Rodman.
Remember
Pippen,
they had the
They had Rodman, Pippen, B.J. Armstrong,
Yep.
and John
Horace
Paxson.
Grant.
Horace Grant. No Rodman. I don't think it had Rodman on it.
Yeah, Rodman was on the Pistons.
Oh, no, the Pistons. Okay, yeah. That was NBA Jam 1.
Yeah.
Tournament edition.
I'm talking about the original.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
those are the teams you picked. You picked the Suns.
Yep.
You picked the Sonics because they had Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
Well-
Yep. You did Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. You did Barkley, Kevin
K.
Johnson.
Jesse, or Marley. Put Marley in there for some
Marley.
shooting.
I did Hawks sometimes. Dominique Wilkins. Sometimes I did it
Rockets had Hakeem
Rockets. Elijah
and
one had Kenny Smith,
Kenny-
Otis Thorpe, and Mario Ellie maybe.
No, I don't think he was in.
Vernon Maxwell.
Yes.
Vernon
yes.
Maxwell.
And then
Fire.
Knicks.
Ewing and John Starks.
And the
That's
Knicks.
all I did. That was
the
the only
Knicks.
team
Those
I
were the
played
teams you
as.
picked.
Them was the ones you
That was
picked.
it.
You didn't pick like the Mavericks, and they didn't have nobody yet.
They had like Jason Kidd and Jim Jackson. or
Oh,
something.
that's right. Jamal Mashburn, Jim Jackson, Jason Kidd on that one. That's right.
Yeah.
That game was fire.
Yeah.
That game was fire.
Still is. Did you ever
It
get
is.
yours?
No, they put it back in the shelf. I never picked it up, and they refunded my money.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, it's still here. Like, if I want to go get it, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were going to have a new house by then. I didn't have nowhere to put it. But we didn't buy a new house, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this thing.
And last thing I'm saying about NBA Jam, it's like one of the only of those arcade games that you take sayings from and go out there on the basketball court.
Fire,
People
bro.
still say,
People still say
heating up.
Heating up.
He's
When-
on fire.
guess what? When you play beer pong in the 2000s, what do you say? There's a rule. If you make 2 in a row, you're heating up. If you hit the 3, you're on fire, and you get to shoot until you miss. Just like the game. That's how
good old days,
transcendent that game was.
That game was fire, though. And that game gave you Blitz later and
Yep.
gave you Street.
Yep.
NBA Streets,
Yeah,
yep.
and all that stuff.
NFL Street.
And
NBA Street.
what was it? And what was the wrestling version?
Oh,
Def Jam?
Oh, Def
Def
Jam.
Jam
Yeah,
wrestling?
yeah.
Yeah.
They need
forgot
to bring
about that.
back Def Jam.
They need to redo all those games.
Def
NBA
Jam has no
Street.
artists.
They need to do NBA Street.
Y'all
over
got
again,
Ricos. Let me see this. This isn't real. Michael Jordan wasn't on here. What the heck is this?
That's literally NBC Sports. What are you talking about? It's not real. Literally a Jordan version of the game.
Well, there's like a
Jordan
bunch of different
version?
versions because they updated the rosters.
The
a
rosters,
bunch.
yeah.
When did Jordan get on? I remember the code was like Michael MJJ. They were like, oh, put the MJJ in, you get him. There was Air Dog. I do not remember Michael
Air
Jordan
Dog.
ever being on there. Payne wasn't
Air
in the
Bud?
game with Seattle Sonics right away. Griffey due to being Major League Baseball player. MJ due to his licensing deal. So the NBA Jam crew whipped up a special copies of the game, playable versions for themselves. This is for themselves. They never came to us. So we got a call from our agents that we came
They
back
didn't
to
go
the studio.
public, but people had them.
I don't know, bro. I've never seen it in my entire life, ever one. And then y'all must have been really
They're getting seated with arcade.
like that was like literally like people like make up like, yo, if you go there because you had to put in remember like 3-letter codes and you could like unlock Raiden,
Yep.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Air Dogs, to buy a boon, like all them like to buy the creator of Mortal Kombat, all them cats, you know.
I want to get a new. I want to get one. I just don't have any space for it.
I don't have a space for it either. George, what's your list, fam?
Miami outscored Boston 39-14 in the third quarter. Yikes. Number 10, Afterburner. Got to have a game that I mean, come on. Top Gun came out. Everybody wanted to be a fighter pilot. You go sit inside that thing. Fire.
Jump out like this, like.
Number 9. Like I said, some of these games are before y'all era. Gauntlet. I'm sure.
Oh, that's not.
Gauntlet's fire.
Gauntlet's fire. And they came out with Gauntlet Legends.
Legends?
Gauntlet
Yes.
is definitely fire, but this version was way before y'all era.
No, I had it on Nintendo.
Everybody.
The OG one.
I understand it. I'm talking about in.
No, viewership or listeners.
No, I'm saying I'm sure you guys never played it in an arcade. It came out on the console.
I played it in an arcade.
You're the closest to age to me. Thank you.
And then
Number 8, Tekken. Number 7.
Oh, shit. How the fuck? You know what?
sucks.
You suck. Tekken's good.
What's Tekken?
What is wrong with
Okay.
you?
Wait, no, what's the one that came with Sega Saturn? Virtual Fighter? Okay.
Virtual Fighter. That's the one you jump.
That sucks.
And you in the air for
I never
about
got into
98
Tekken,
minutes.
So I don't
You're a
know.
whack.
Tekken's good. No,
All I know
Tekken's
about
good.
Tekken is
That's
somebody
solid.
had a cheetah head.
But I
That's
think
all
of
know.
PlayStation. I don't think of arcade.
That's because you're young.
Okay.
Number 7.
Probably more his, I think, isn't it?
Number 7. Huh?
I remember when Tekken came out. Tekken's a long time.
Yeah, Tekken in the arcade is in my. Most of these games are in my era, and they just happen to still exist when y'all came up. Let's put it that way.
I was there when they came out. All right.
Number 7 is the one with the slash, Time Crisis, Virtua Cop, Operation Wolf. Pick your favorite shooter game. They're all fire. You can put whatever picture you want.
We'll
If you
put
want to
Time Crisis.
If you want to put a different picture on the screen than everybody else, put Operation Wolf, because a lot of people probably don't remember that game, and that game was the one where you think you Rambo. Fire.
That game was mid.
You smoking mid.
I just like the helicopter. That was it.
Number 6, NBA Jam. You guys already discussed it. Doesn't even need to be talked about. Number 5, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Absolutely. I put Ninja Turtles on instead of Simpsons. You can flip them, flop them, whatever. Number 4, Golden Axe.
I was going to put
Golden Axe was at...
But I played that more on Sega.
Me too.
Golden Axe was at Round Table Pizza. So we
Damn.
go in there and get the pizza and play Golden Axe all night long.
I used to love Round Table Pizza. What?
Okay, you get-
California thing.
You get
Still
the
fire.
get just amount of grease on
It's
the
expensive though, but it's still fire.
on the joystick. It's just get in that zone.
Number
Play
3,
Simpsons at
nobody
Peter
had on
Piper.
their list, which is insane to me. Double Dragon. Fam,
I
what
never
in
cared
the
for Double
world?
Dragon. No. Double
For me,
Dragon.
it was more of a
Better
console
beat 'em
thing.
ups came
I
out
still
after
have
Double
the
Dragon.
cartridge.
I didn't like it on the
I like Double
consoles.
Dragon,
Double
but
Dragon
just
was
better stuff
lame,
came out.
huh?
Double Dragon is
Them
fire.
cats was like
Jimmy and
them little
Bimmy?
tank tops. I mean, like, yeah, like I don't know,
That's literally
weird,
the
man.
first fighting game. What are you talking about?
Sucks.
Fire, though.
They didn't look nothing like they did on the outside of the arcade machine. You know? They had on like Levi's and stuff in the game. They look like
So
I hated
the
it,
artist that drew it up on the computer and put the painting on the side of the game did not live up to your expectations.
lame. Nah. Double Dragon is
that
whack.
what you
nah.
tell- you
I'm not gonna
smoking
lie to
sharp.
you. Double Dragon was a whack game. Nah. Even in the consoles, Double Dragon was whack. It didn't compare to Streets of Rage. It didn't compare to just regular
Streets of Rage,
Like
damn.
those
Streets of
these
Rage
are all
is
games that came after.
So fire. Oh.
I'm just
Picking games that came after saying they're better. No, duh.
Double Dragon still continued.
Double Dragon.
They had
is
the Revenge,
the
Double
third
Dragon, the
greatest game
Revenge.
of all time. That's why it's number 3 on my list.
Third greatest arcade game or game of all time.
You know what I mean.
All right, you gotta get the words right on
Number
here.
1 is Uncharted, and that movie is so whack. Oh my god.
Duh.
Doctor Strange, fire.
What that got to do with anything?
Just give you heads up. Since you brought up a movie, I brought one up too.
All right. Severance, okay. Peacemaker, way better. Number 2, the greatest game of all time in arcade, even though it's number 2, and the reason why it's not number 1 is number 1 is more revolutionary. Number 2, Street Fighter 2, greatest arcade game in history, longest line, most people, fights starting out over the game, highest stack of quarters in history. Street Fighter 2, most revolutionary game until number 1 came along,
Well,
Mortal Kombat,
yeah.
because fatalities, buddy.
You anything with violence? You just you pick anything with violence.
The best part of those games is it's like winner stays.
Yeah.
Once
Yep.
you can pull somebody's spine out their back, legends.
Yeah, once you if you stayed on too long, like people start saying you was cheating. Because I remember sometimes you had to cheat. You hit the same move with Molina, jump, fall bottom of the screen, come down, kick in the head. And I just had to keep doing it just to keep my quarters up there.
Well, Street Fighter 2, Ryu in the corner, low kick.
Oh yes, sweep the leg, sweep the leg. Yeah.
That was the best part about Street Fighter 2 was the moves were easier than Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat had a lot.
Yeah, you had to
of moves. Dude.
You had to hit.
Like we would go home and practice them, because it was around stuff and to do it and it was like, God damn, that was just to throw a thing across the screen.
Street Fighter, if you could learn how to Street Fighter 2, you could. If you knew how to do combos, you're the best player in the arcade, period. Because it wasn't a game that was set up to do combos.
I only had a reign on Mortal Kombat 2. Street Fighter, I was good at it, but I couldn't stay on the machine that long.
I was better at Street Fighter than I was at
Jump in the
Mortal
air,
Kombat.
hit them low, throw the fireball, they be dizzy, hit them with the dead.
That's not the right sound.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Not the badoo-doo-doo. Not that one.
I didn't do all that.
Hadouken!
That's all I did.
That's
You just added the other
one.
ones.
Dalsing, that's who you used to play with.
Yo got fire. Yo got fire.
That's one thing too.
Yo got
Street
flame.
Fighter 2 had a lot of characters you didn't want to play with.
That one
Dawson.
play where he just had the ball that stopped. That was the dumbest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you close range, that's close combat. That joint was like
do that.
this.
Don't do that.
Like that.
Do arcades still exist, like the big ones,
Next
like
thing you know,
GameWorks
you're gonna
and
be
stuff?
telling me you used to slam people with Dawson.
GameWorks couldn't slam
Oh
nobody
no,
with
you couldn't slam nobody with Zangief. Zangief, Blanca, Dawson,
Man.
E Honda. E Honda you play with it once in a while, but like Balrog,
like a-
whack.
Balrog was wild.
They have a
Good
Balrog
kick.
was just Mike Tyson. Yeah, he was a boxer.
they have Dave and Buster's now. They don't have good games.
They have
Been a Dave and Buster's in
main
about 4 or
event.
5 years.
There's
Main event.
I thought
I've never
GameWorks
done
All
was
the
still
games
around.
now are ticket centric. They're not like let's win. It's like, I mean, we're playing a game that like you fight and you got tickets. And I was like, how the heck I get tickets? I was fighting a bad guy.
That's the thing. I remember in like middle school, like we did like field trips to GameWorks at Arizona Mills. Like that was like everyone looking.
Oh yeah, that was the good old days.
Yeah.
Huh? Go to the
I mean, there's some other good games like Jurassic
sack
Park.
lunch.
Oh, Jurassic Park! That was a good game.
That's the one where you sat and hit the curves up. And,
Yeah,
that was a
That
good
was
one.
fire. There's a lot of them.
Y'all
Yeah.
did a million honorable mentions. You should have put that in there.
I just
Jurassic Park.
remembered
Yeah,
it.
didn't remember.
Because now it reminds me of middle school because we always ran to that one because everyone wanted to play.
That was Marvel's Capcom.
Because that was
2.
when
That's probably the first
movie
machine.
came out.
That probably should have been my number one, but it is what it is. That and Galaga.
You smoking.
Double Dragon.
Great, third greatest game of all time, period. The first fighting game literally on the streets. Number one, first.
Streets weren't even that dangerous back then. No?
Yeah, for real.
Yes, in 1985.
It
the
was
streets
safe.
were way more dangerous than they are today.
Oh,
Now,
what? Way more dangerous? No, we were just more in fear
Coke?
of it back then.
Wait, what? You think there are more homicides right now than there were in Los Angeles in 1985?
Wait, no. And Los Angeles homicides.
That's where I grew up. So.
Los Angeles homicides then and to now, it's way more now.
No, it's not. Man, what?
Well, here's the thing. You could get up.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I mean, he's in Phoenix, to be fair.
Do you want me to pull this up?
All right, it's 9 o'clock. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, but like back. Hold
Yes, I
on,
do,
I'm gonna make one more point. I think it was more dangerous back then because not everything was recorded. You get away with more.
Well, crime back then was way more dangerous because it was like relatively fresh. Like it was like, oh my God, that's bad. Like stuff to us nowadays isn't bad anymore. It's just like
Well,
There's no new crime anymore.
we're desensitized.
Only new crime
we're
is
desensitized to crime. Like
bot sellers.
they had
2021, there were 397 homicides in Los Angeles. In 1985, there probably were 1,200. It was way more.
You said probably.
Well, there's more people now too.
Probably. I mean, look it up. I can look it up if you want.
Hey,
but
look
yes.
it up. So they had. Wait, what were we just talking about? You said something. I forgot.
Homicides 1985.
No, he said something. Andy did. I can't remember.
People could see stuff because of.
Oh no,
Recording
this
phones?
weekend, all those mass shootings this weekend. When the
Oh.
first one happened, I was like, "Dang!" So what happened? I was just like, I didn't read any of them, not one. Like look at.
Yeah, but there's.
I didn't look at one. I'm just like, yes, America, whatever. Anyways, I gotta go home. It's 9 o'clock.
I want to see how many murders were in
Supposed to
LA
go
in
home
1985.
An hour ago. Also, did y'all get early access to Mexican pizza?
Yes, I did. I did.
Those cats literally sent the email that said, you got early access to the Mexican pizza.
Sneaker culture, huh?
All right.
Well, nobody giving out food early access until sneakers.
I thought we could get a free one on the 19th if you were an app member. That's why I remember seeing. Now we got early access.
Let's go. That's
early access to
you know more than I do.